Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Dragon Force podcast, where we are going to be playing through the Dragon War campaign that I'm writing. That said, I'll go ahead and let everybody introduce themselves.
Hello, I'm Card. I play Ivan Jones, the Kenku Rogue. I apologize if I sound a bit weird to anyone that's recording or live. Feeling just a little better in the weather today.
Indeed. Okay.
My name is Dark. I'm playing the Paladin Risen named Grim. And I'd normally pass it off to Gunner, but he's currently not here, so whoever's next in line.
Yeah. He said he was making dinner, but that was like almost half an hour ago, so that's why we're starting without him. He should be here anytime. Gunner's playing Ophelia.
Jace, you're up.
Jace?
I think he's on BRB now.
Nah. Wow. Jace is also apparently not here at the moment. Well, he's playing Osmosis, the Sphinx. So, there's that. So, Miss?
That's right. Miss playing creepy.
Okay.
Great.
Okay, hi, I'm Rake, and I'm playing as the Tiefling Sorceress, Molly.
Okay.
Also, I tragically got a 1 on the initiative roll.
Sorry, I'm back. What did I miss?
Hey, there's Jace.
Your introduction.
Yeah.
Sorry, delivery man came by with dinner.
You're good.
Okay, hi, I'm Jace. I'm playing Moses, the Sphinx Harbinger. On.
Okay. Right? Rio?
Oh, alright. This is Rio here with you folks again. Quickly after this week.
What?
Playing as Abaddon, the Forge Cleric. Time to hammer some stupidity out of things.
Okay.
Let's get to the fun.
And I am Wolfie. I am playing Nova Darkwing. He is a pixie druid.
Pixie Druid. Nice.
Great combination. Can turn into animals like 20 times larger than him.
Right.
It's like that can't end well.
And I am Serene, the Dungeon Master, writer of the campaign. Also, feel free to check the video description down below if you want to get the novel version of this campaign. Because it is available out there. Hey, that must be Gunner.
It is the Gunner.
It is Gunner. He just showed up.
Hello, Gunner.
Saved it till they're in color.
Hey.
Hi, Gunner.
So,
Hello.
In color.
Last week, a great big undead dragon came flying over the city of Daimondo. So last week, there was a prophecy that he spoke, but the prophecy had not been written out yet. So I gave a quick random something. This week, oh dear, Miss Internet has apparently died.
I know why she's shaking.
So this week the prophecy has been written down. Because of that, I would like to share the first part of the prophecy that he spoke with those watching and those playing. The Book of Prophecy reads, 3 centuries after Unity signed, the Dark Dragon will descend upon City White It shall spill the blood of a sinless one, and dark shall drown the lights. The dead will rise from death as the white city burns asunder. This is the first sign of return for the Dragon Mother. So with that, you have all been held up in Daimondo Castle. You guys journeyed out through the secret passage, found your way into the Red Thorn Tavern.
But and I've had
Hello. Welcome
I
back.
just can't any of the math.
But yeah, so you're in the Red Thorn Tavern now, where you met Hilda Gainsborough. Your companion, Maya Starlight, traveled back to inform Captain Orber and King Armando Jansen of what was going on, that the passage was clear, so on.
And then this big skeletal jerk showed up in between sessions and wants to kill me.
How you doing?
And should hopefully not want to kill me, unless he reads my journal, in which case he might really want to kill me.
A million times.
Not yet. It's like I have not found a reason to kill the Sphinx yet.
Right?
Scary forced the scary guy to put down the Kookaburra Kenku by swapping places with the Kenku.
Yeah, no one saw all the body swap coming. Nope. Mm-mm.
I don't know. I thought he seems rather nice.
I'm sorry. Who just said that?
Sorry, I interrupted.
The one who said you seem rather nice is the half demon, /half devil.
You can do anything.
I'm more curious why Molly would think Grim is nice.
I don't know.
Really got nothing on you.
He seems like a nice fella.
Oh my god.
What's most hilarious is the one character who managed to get Grim to stop his insanity of attacking the Kookaburra.
Look at his face.
The barmaid!
He's pissed.
I mean, I think they
That didn't take long.
I think they kind of understand the terror of the barmaid after smack.
Yeah, I'm sorry. And Nova goes flying across the room. I don't care if the little guy is a small, tiny pixie. You just get backhanded and lose all your health in one shot. Yeah, no.
First rule of the Red Thorn Tavern: do not mess with the owners of the Red Thorn Tavern.
She must have been. They must have been.
Never mention how tall they are.
I'm sorry, you guys sort of bled into each other. What?
Go ahead.
No, sorry. No, you good.
The game.
I basically pretty much said that's why you don't ever mention their height. They will hurt you.
First, it's your scene.
And I had made some snide comment about them having been chuckles at one point.
As your scene.
It's like all I know is I came in and grabbed the Birdman by the front of his shirt and literally started threatening him. Next thing I know, I have a body swap up happen and I'm getting threatened by the bar owner. I'm like, okay, no. I just want my stuff back. That's all I want.
Unfortunately, the bird doesn't have his stuff, so
He's stuck with us.
I'm stuck with the bird until he gets me my stuff back.
Wow.
Seeing as he's promised that he will get me my shit back.
I promise I can try to get your stuff back.
Who was said to have absorbed it.
I say we start heading over to where we were supposed to be heading towards. The temple, I believe?
Temple of Emos.
Yes. Let's head to the temple. Maybe we can actually take care of the immediate problem of a giant undead in the streets, giant dead dragon, a wide visual, and why there's only the only one cleric and the undead paladin that are actually out.
Aye, you guys ruining my journey after all. I was supposed to have a nice day out here in Daimondo.
The dragon, the undead, or the spooky guy in the armor.
Mm-hmm.
The dragon, of course. He's ruining my day.
And honestly, those undead need to get right back to where they belong and stop putting us out of jobs. Grumble, grumble.
I was going to say, the only
clipped our
person
nerves.
was you, technically.
I have a couple of last rings.
Oh, and you don't think they can't replace you all with undead? Don't make me laugh.
Well, if everyone's all rested up, let's head out.
Yep. I agree with the teleporting lady.
Let's go.
Alrighty.
Abaddon packs up his mini forge and gets ready to head out.
Just imagine this box that just opens up. And it's just a tiny little, like a forge is made for like Nova, but Abaddon's in there just tinkering on it.
That would be amusing.
It's more like, you guys know what a camping stove is, right?
Yeah.
Think of like a camping stove, but powerful enough to be used as a forge.
Starblazing.
Huh.
I'm gonna hope again.
Nice.
So it probably has some magical shenanigans in it.
There we go. Starblazing.
Probably.
This is one of the easier attacks.
Oh.
Holiday?
So, heading on to the Temple of Emos.
I'm going to use my last ring.
Sorry, I was just looking at something to make sure I had it right because I realized just before the session started today that I had something wrong. So I wanted to make sure I had everything right in my PDF file now, and I had edited everything right.
Give me my
So, is it just me, or do I feel really quiet? I just feel really quiet for some reason. No? Okay.
No,
Into this, my
you're
mic's all the way
fine.
up. Alright.
Whoa.
I don't know.
Oh, goodness.
I just feel like I'm talking really loud in order to, like, hear myself over the microphone. So, you make your way out of the
Goodness.
tavern, and you begin making your way towards the Temple of Emos.
Not full house.
As you wander the streets,
Never read the text, so I didn't know what it
making your way along, you suddenly find yourself completely surrounded by a large group of undead, skeletons and zombies. You all quickly ready yourselves for battle when a bright flash happens and the undead are lying upon the ground. As you turn to see where the flash of light came from, you are greeted with the sight of an elven lady. She is dressed in a purple halter top button-up shirt, an interesting combination, as well as a pair of purple pants that match the shirt, a pair of purple lensed goggles sit up on the top of her head where her blonde hair is, that's currently tied up in a ponytail. You note the fair skin, a sign of her being a sun elf. She twirls the wrench in her hand before replacing it on her belt and says, "Hello there. My name is Tamro. It's a good thing I ran into you guys just now."
Oh no, she's hot.
I know.
Hello, Mom. Nice afternoon we're having, aren't we?
If you ignore the undead and the dragons. By the way, did you just cast magic with a wrench?
Temrel smirks. She whips out her wrench and holds it out. On one end of the wrench, you can see engraved into it is the symbol of Arminian, the god of birth and renewal, whose symbol I don't think I've ever actually made.
Lovely.
Yeah,
Thinking about
another time.
it.
So like an artificer, but seems to be more holy.
She says, I'm an engineer. I just happen to have some clerical study.
Don't get hit.
Very good. Well, pleasure to meet you.
Ouch. She says, I actually used to be part of the priesthood up until a couple years ago.
Looks over to Abaddon's like, you know her?
And he was like, I've been a lot of places in a lot of years. Can't say I've ever come across a wrench slinging mechanic that has magic. I've seen plenty of wrenches fly, but never a magic wrench.
I'll take
I
that.
that means that the Inquisition probably doesn't drop by this town all that often.
It's not like part of their staff at headquarters here. So you know.
I'll put it this way: excuse me, the ones I'm usually looking for are not usually having high divinity magic wrenches.
That's a fair point.
Right. So, how can we help you? Because well, you clearly saved us for a reason.
I could have taken them.
Temrel looks at you and says, well, actually, more, I guess you could say, how can I help you? I mean, she says, you are out here in the city after all. You should be seeking shelter back in the castle.
Tried that. Got sent out by the king and his brute of a captain to see why the rest of the clerics. By the way, aside from the big wolf guy, you're the only other cleric that we've seen out here. So he sent us to figure out. So what's up?
Moses looks through his notes as soon as you say big captain, man, and sort of looks at what he knows about the city. It's like, I don't think that's an appropriate thing to call him.
He's big, and I can see the muscles under his armor. He's a bit of a, and that's not racist, but he is, an orc.
Oh, my dearest archaeologist, you still have a lot to learn about people.
I prefer ruins and dig sites over people.
That's no way to make friends there, Iron.
Currently, the closest thing I have to friends is the sarcastic Sphinx and Sari.
Hey, what about me?
We just met. You're last through this, and we get through this adventure together. I might consider you a friend. For right now, you're a meat shield.
Well, fuck you too, buddy.
Yes.
Wait, no, I would actually like that.
So Temrel will giggle a bit and say, well, if you're on your way to the Temple of Emos, then would you mind if I tag along? I was actually just on my way there to find out what was going on myself.
Congratulations! Welcome to the party. You can either take a front position or somewhere in the middle. because some of us aren't getting past these two armored weirdos. He points to Abaddon and Grim.
Right.
Hey, now I got some. I'm pretty tough too.
You got the last time I checked, you got knocked out by the barmaid.
Lucky shot.
Lucky shot.
Lucky shot.
I like your makeup, ma'am. Would you like to hang with me?
Yeah, Amos is just gonna sort of spread his wings and pick back up to the sky. Whip it already.
Tamriel will twirl her wrench around, and then she'll just kind of settle somewhere, probably around the middle or something. As she mentions, if somebody needs a healing, she can help with that because, cleric. That said, you continue on.
Temporary party member get.
As you finally arrive at the Temple of Emos. The temple stands taller than any of the other buildings in the city. The symbol of Emos, a golden scale, perfectly balanced, sits at the top of the temple. It glows brightly, shining light down in a circle around the temple. While inside of it, you feel peace as if you will not be harmed. As you watch, you witness a zombie mindlessly step towards the circle of light. As it enters, its body combusts until it burns away into ash. It is obvious that the undead cannot enter the light, yet there seem to be no clerics anywhere around the outside of the temple.
Does that include me?
We all look towards the giant armored undead man.
Well, buddy, you might have to stay out here.
You might want to keep an eye on that undead dragon bugger there. He is awfully close to us.
I was gonna say giant light that makes undead go boom. Yep, nope, I'm not going anywhere near that shit.
I was like, that's probably the wisest move. I get the feeling this magic is indiscriminate.
I'll stay out here and pick apart some undead that try and get here.
Oh no! I get some time away from the guy that wants to kill me. How will we ever survive?
Don't tempt me to throw my sword at you.
As soon as I get beyond that barrier, as far as I'd like to see you try.
I'm undead. The sword isn't.
So, I assume you are entering the temple?
Yep. All besides me.
Right. Oh yeah, Grim is not entering the temple. Duh. Of course he's not.
It's like, I can't go in. I don't want to go boom.
Right.
Grim will die from the temple.
Let's see.
Enjoy the time off. They're dark. It's been nice having you play with us.
It all depends on what happens next.
All depends on what happens next.
A dragon clips the symbol off the temple. You can now enter the temple, but the undead are also entering the temple.
Pretty
Go
much.
ahead and I've saved Irvin's initiative and just dropped him off the initiative list for now. As for Tamriel's initiative, I should probably roll that. Ooh, alright. Not that great, but not the worst I could have rolled. She's definitely going after osmosis, but she's definitely going before Molly. But I think anybody's going before Molly.
Poor Molly.
Poor Molly.
Zero.
Let's see. You push open the large oak doors of the temple, entering into the inside of the temple. I haven't read all this in quite some time because all I did was copy this from the other manual.
Stay in the middle.
So as you enter, you are in the main
It's kind of fun to
entry room. You guys can shift yourself around and stuff as you please.
I'm connect to the server.
try to push them out of the way, like, go away. I don't want you to hurt me.
I didn't hear that.
Undead jerk.
I'm trying to connect to the server again.
No, go away.
You are currently connected to the server. Let me disconnect you so you can try to reconnect. There you go.
Still,
Let's see if it'll let you connect.
Oh my goodness, I can't take any more damage.
What?
Thank you.
Sounds like your internet's having a lot of issues today there, Mist.
Keep going.
yes, it is.
You're barely audible, and of course it's not loading the maps for you. You are disconnected, by the way, so you might have to reconnect.
Oh, I disconnected.
Yeah.
I am just a floating head.
So you can try reconnecting, see if that'll help. So yeah, there is a single room that you guys are currently in. This is a very old map, by the way. I forgot to make a map for this place until just now. So this is a really old map of what was going to be something completely different. So, you know, you'll have to deal with the really old textures and stuff. But the inside of the Temple of Emos is actually pretty spectacular. Not that you would know it from my map, because this was a quick map thrown together in 2 seconds, even when I made it long ago.
So is that a door or archway in front of us?
That's a door, yeah.
Knock, knock.
You knock on the door, but there is no response.
Maybe we didn't knock hard enough.
Oh God! Yeah, let the giant hammer guy knock. It's a great idea.
Emosa suggests maybe we ought to just open the door.
All right, proceeds to pull on door.
See, that's a question. Is it a pull door or is it a push door?
I was gonna say, if it's a push door, I'm gonna laugh.
Let's see. All right, you open the big oak door here without too much difficulty. There is a whatever you would call this area.
The foyer.
Corridors.
Corridor or something along those
Call it a whatever you want to call it.
But yeah, there's a hallway beyond. There's a room directly in front of you, as well as a bunch of other rooms all around.
Curiosity: if I threw one of the undead into the light, would they be able to hear the loud explosion of the zombie going boom?
Well, it wouldn't explode. It would just burn up in holy fire.
Okay, I was curious because like you made it sound like it exploded.
No, it combusts. It bursts into flame.
I was gonna say combust, signify that it explodes.
Yeah.
It turns into Skyrim bone ash.
But yeah, I don't know. I've always heard combust to be like igniting on fire. But its body ignites in holy flame and burned away into ash, so it's not explode.
Okay. Yep, no, the undead knight is not touching that.
Right?
It's like he'll just stay out here and just guard the temple for the time being.
Right?
Even though a giant holy light says beep everything anyway.
Makes sense to me. Alright. So what of those in the temple? What is everybody wanting to do?
Let's have a look around, see if anyone's home.
Exploring.
Yeah, pretty much.
I did not catch what you said, Mist.
Sierra is heading to like the center part of the temple, like the chapel area.
Whoops. Alright. Let's see.
I guess I'll follow Sierra since there's nothing better to do.
Alright. Entering
The Scholar Trio will stick together then.
Entering into the main chapel area of the temple. You stand bowing in front of the quite impressive statue of the Keeper of Law, Emos. You see a small forest child with blonde hair and a green tunic.
Miko?
Hi, Link.
It's actually a girl, so it's not.
Oh, so it's Linkle.
It's not.
Yeah, it's like, hi, Linkle.
Legal. It's Mikkel.
Oh dear.
Anyways,
I'm glad my character isn't in the building right now.
Anyway, Miss.
Sierra will smile and say, "Hello there."
The forest child will stand up and turn to you with a smile and say, "Hello. It is good to see travelers making their way into the temple, especially considering how it is, what's going on outside right now."
Do you know where all the clerics and paladins are?
She says, I do actually. The cult that's outside, I think they knew that we would be able to destroy them in a matter of moments if they didn't deal with us first. They planted an assassin within our ranks and poisoned the others with a terrible blood poison. If we don't cure them, the blood poison will eat away their minds until they're essentially vegetables.
You think those cult members outside have any more of this poison?
Yeah, I need to see what's behind those doors.
Maria shrugs and says,
No.
honestly, I don't know. If we could find the assassin, I'm sure she has something, but
The judgment hall. Good times, right, Hans? Good times.
even I'm not sure who the assassin is.
Nice. Okay.
Abaddon kind of looks around the room, just scanning the corners, like,
The judgment hall.
Urban's actually going to speak up when they mention assassins.
would be
He's
about
like,
the time once the assassin would probably be stupid enough to try and jump us.
okay. Whoop.
Huh?
Sorry, I was going to have Irvin speak up. It's like, so was there any new converts to your temple within the past month that started acting strangely around this? At least a week before this whole debacle happened.
Let's see.
I'm still technically in hot. I was still technically in Hotland.
Sorry, I am looking in the wrong spot for this.
In Hotland.
No problem. I just half expect people to wonder. Okay, how did Irvin? Why did Irvin have such a very specific example ready?
I can't say anything. I'm not there.
I mean, technically, Emos is just wondering why he forgot to ask that himself.
I'll think that's because honestly, Sierra is naturally inclined to trust forest children. So if she turns out to be the assassin...
Actually, Amosis is going to pipe up and say, were there any strange visitors as well?
Well, to that, she would say there's always different visitors every day. We get people from all around the world coming here. This is the biggest temple of Emos, after all.
Do you remember anyone shady on the day that they were poisoned?
She shakes her head and says, I don't recall anyone that I would say is shady. I mean...
Well, how were they poisoned? Was it by food? By...
Guys, I'm trying to say that Siri's so inclined to trust forest children. She's not thinking to ask how this forest child is not poisoned.
I mean, neither is Amosis at the moment. Well, he's kind of thinking of it, but he's also thinking to himself, let's see what she knows before we do something that would cause her to clam up.
Mad Mimiu.
Yeah, in fact, Irvin was doing the same thing. He's you know, more or less he's being the prosecutor over here trying to, or the defense just trying to bait out, you know, her to make a slip up.
Now, we all know that Amosis would make a far better prosecutor. Looks at Whip.
Basically, is their bio.
Okay. Let's see. So to take a step back, to answer Irvin's question, this forest child, she would mention that they have had a few new recruits lately. All of the new recruits that they've had, though, are also have also contracted this blood poison.
So how'd you? Oh, go ahead.
On the question of how they were all poisoned, she would shrug and say, "I'm not sure. It may have been the food. I will admit that I and a few of the other clerics were not present at the last lunch. And it was just shortly after that everybody started acting, well, poisoned, I guess you could say. I suppose I should clarify, the blood poison, it's a terrible poison. It seems to be affecting their minds in some way. It's almost like they're asleep, but they're rolling around screaming as if having nightmares.
Molly will pipe up and say, "How do you know it's a blood poison?"
The forest child will say, it's what the other clerics are calling it. The other clerics that weren't poisoned.
Where are the other clerics that weren't poisoned exactly?
To that, actually, you do watch as another cleric happens to walk in.
Ah, right on cue.
Let me just find a random clerical token here. This guy will work.
It's a clear token.
I don't think he's a cleric, actually. He has a sword, but oh well. So another cleric does step in. He makes his way up to the forest child, kind of looking at all of you for a moment. He says, "Bad news, Maria. Unfortunately, none of them seem to be recovering yet. We have done everything that we can."
And you are, sir?
He says, Carl. My name is Carl.
Out of game. Carl the cleric.
It's, I got the name because that's literally what the name of the token is, Sir Carl.
Better than Carl the evil cockroach river.
But yeah, his name is Carl.
Better than Carl the evil cockroach wizard.
That's an old reference I didn't expect to see. Anyway.
Oh no, you cannot get that any better than Carl the evil cockroach wizard. Trust me.
I could have actually made a real reference here by throwing in one of the old Dragon War characters. I still have their token. Here. Suddenly, the person becomes somebody different, and you have no memory of that ever happening. The girl cleric looks to all of you and says, "My name is Jessica Durand. I'm one of the clerics here."
Okay, she must. Okay, I don't remember her, but anyway, Irvin's like, okay, Mr. Durand.
Whole lot of cute girls around here.
that was just gonna land on her head, saying her hair is so fluffy.
So okay, just to sort of bounce off what Gar said. I know, right? I mean, Sayri, Tura, Orphelia, Molly, Mia. Like seriously.
What did Emily drop down?
It's a really, really old token. You probably don't even remember it.
Dark skinned lady, bit of pink hair.
Dark skinned, has kind of a desert type outfit.
Anyway, Moses whips at Irvin. Quiet, bird brain. Show some respect.
This coming from the little animal. Anyway, my question would then shift to Humus. Well, like before the poisoning occurred, was there anyone acting a bit odd? And oh boy, we just lost somebody.
Yeah, I heard it. Oh yeah, Ryu. Yep, I see that.
Ryu just died. Come back, Ryu. We miss you.
Ryu, come back.
I couldn't see.
Yeah, he just went poop. Yeah. I'll find out what happened. One second.
Yeah, there he is. So sorry, say that question again. I got distracted by Ryu dropping.
Irvin's going to look to her like, so then I'll repeat my question to you. Was there anyone acting a bit odd before the rest of the clerics got poisoned? And or do you know a solution, a cure to this poison? We've currently been sent out to figure out, what the heck happened to the cleric? Why are they not doing anything?
While they're doing this, it's time. I'd like to have Amosis make an insight check.
Sure.
What do you know? I can hear better now.
Awesome. So Jessica will say, no, there was nobody that seemed out of place or acting particularly odd. That's what's bothering us. We have no idea what's going on. We don't even know if the assassin is still around. Nobody else has been getting hurt or sick or anything.
16 insight check.
Say again?
16 insight.
16 insight. All right. Let's see about that. 16 insight.
So let's start bringing up the Ace Attorney music because I feel like the cross-examination is coming on.
It's like Grimm's just throwing random undead because he's bored into the stupid fireplace. You're gonna walk everywhere.
So, Osmosis. Listening to what the two girls here are saying. you take a moment to reflect upon the way that they're talking and the way they're acting as they're speaking and so on.
There we go.
There definitely is something odd about this Maria girl. She seems a bit out of place. A forest child. In the clergy to begin with. Especially since she's not really dressed in anything clerical. Of course, you also note the fact that Jessica here is also not dressed in anything you would consider, clerical. But that's the only thing that really stands out to you.
Amosus kind of looks through his notebook and looks up at Jessica. So, there appears to be some of you who weren't poisoned. Where were you guys during... You know what? Retract that, rephrase that.
Yes, I remember.
Okay.
Let's do this better.
When we go here,
He'll ask, so, where were you guys during the last lunch that you had had?
Jessica will speak up and say, as for me, I was out on duty during the time of lunch. In fact, I was here watching over the sanctuary.
wait, Bob?
She'll say, you see, here in the temple, we do take shifts for our lunches. Mine was simply to be the last shift, but when those who went first started getting sick, those of us in the last shift didn't take our lunch. And from there, everyone else that had already taken their lunches all got sick, which is one reason that we assume it was we assume it was a poison transmitted through food.
Then that leads me to my next question. Who's on lunch duty that day? Do you change out who prepares lunch each day, or do you have a specific person?
And, oh crap, I forgot to roll insight on that last one. I will roll insight on this one, however.
But come here.
To that, she would say, that would be challenging. I actually need to
Let's go.
open a new Sorry.
Oh, by the way, just so you know, that was an 18 on my next insight check.
Cool.
In fact,
Alright.
I was going to have them. I rolled for Irvin's question on insight too, and hey, it's also an 18.
Also an 18. Alright.
that's right.
Very nice.
Only a second.
Yeah, seriously, these two should hit up the courtroom sometime.
So,
Oi, welcome to the shop.
Jessica here will say, the one that was on shift today for lunch
I should
was,
see how much the last drink would be.
Javen. Voice. The one on food duty today was Kenya Eltris. She's one of the sun elves that works here.
Time to go and beat the game.
She will say that they do tend to take shifts. There is a set of 6 different chefs, if you will, that work in the kitchen. And each day, one of the different chefs works. The 7th day, the holy day, is when they fast, and therefore nobody works in the kitchen.
All right. And from our two combined insights, would we be able to tell whether or not she was telling the truth, or she was covering up for this person, or what?
She doesn't seem like she's trying to cover up for anybody. No, she seems to be speaking honestly.
Then tell me where is this? And I actually forgot her name. Sorry.
Kenya Eltress.
Then can you tell us where the current location of Miss Eltress is?
Unfortunately, she also came upon the same poison, it seems like.
So she was also poisoned. Now, I imagine, how is your food service usually handled?
She says, well, we do have a series of cooks in the kitchen. There is the main chef that does the majority of the cooking. But then, of course, there is the rest of the staff that they serve. They're the ones that serve the food and.
Let's expedite this explanation a little bit. Is there anyone who is involved in the food making process who was not poisoned?
So you say that doesn't really die.
No, there was nobody in the food making process that was not poisoned.
That rules them out.
Then I got a question for you. Is the food prepared each day on a schedule?
Yes.
As in this meal per that day, and then this meal on another day?
Yes.
Then it could easily have been poisoned. The food could have been poisoned on the day when nobody was watching the food, and the culprit knew what the schedule was, so that the food to be eaten that was poisoned didn't have to be happen today.
So in other words, they just set it up ahead of time.
Out of curiosity, I imagine you two aren't the only ones who weren't poisoned, were you?
No, our entire shift actually was the few that weren't poisoned, but the 6 of us are not strong enough to even think about going out there, let alone the fact that most of us are busy trying to deal with the clerics and paladins that have fallen.
That's fair. What is each of yours' typical responsibilities? Each person on that shift.
Sorry, say again?
What is each of your typical responsibilities on that shift?
Maria will answer that and say, well, me and Jessica were the ones here in the sanctuary watching over the visitors and the statue, making sure nobody was, the people were coming in, praying properly. Nobody was attempting to desecrate the statue or anything of that nature. You would actually be surprised how many people do attempt to desecrate the statue.
So you two can corroborate each other's alibi.
Correct.
Can I go ahead and use a insight check then?
Sure.
21.
21. Nice.
So I'm gonna do a quick one for Irvin.
Also do something stupid.
Also a 21.
Wow. All right.
Jeez.
21.
21.
They really want these guys to cough up whatever information they're trying to get from them.
Right?
Dude,
At this point, the Inquisition has just gotten curious.
Right.
I'm sorry. You got an Inquisitor, a hidden rogue that passed himself off as an archaeologist. Well, that is an archaeologist, but he could sort of tell this is some rogue BS. And the Sphinx who likes to hunt for who's the anthropologist. Yeah, we've got this.
Too bad I'm only level 1 because eventually I will get Zone of Truth as a spell.
Right.
I am almost willing to do an insight check on this stupid barrier to see if I can find a weak point in it.
That'd be an investigation, not insight.
I was gonna say that would probably actually be more of an arcana because it's magical.
Yeah, true. I was gonna say. I was looking over my skills.
Okay. But as for your insight checks, they do both seem to be telling the truth. I mean, as far as you can tell, neither of them seem to be lying about that they were both here in the the sanctuary area.
Okay, then.
Nova's gonna ask Maria what she's doing in the city and not the forest with the other forest children.
Ah, yes. That is...
That I'm rolling an insight on just right now.
Yeah, we gotta preemptively get that insight roll.
Same here.
You know what? I'm gonna
Nat
do
20.
it.
Nat 20 plus 5.
Oh, I like that.
Also, Molly's going to say something to Maria in Sylvan.
Okay.
Oh boy, not that 20, but but that would be a 23 from Irvin. The bird eyes glare.
Mine's at a 25 because of my bonus.
If we're all doing insight, Nova got 26.
Nice.
Yeah.
So she says, about 5 years ago, I left the forest to go out and adventure. There was an adventurer that came around at that point. He was seeking sanctuary, but I mean, if you know the legend of our forest, unfortunately, adults don't live when they enter the forest. She says, after that, though, he seemed to be an interesting fellow. The magic of our forest doesn't immediately kill people. They slowly wither away until they become skeletons. And so I was able to speak with him for a short time. And the stories of adventure he told me intrigued me. So I left the forest seeking adventure and ended up here only a couple years ago. Since then, I've been training in the priesthood.
She seemed to be saying anything dodgy.
Nope. That's everything she says seems to sound right. There's no tone in her voice or anything that seems to insinuate something strange.
Okay.
You might feel like she's not telling you the full story, but at the same time, I feel that's a little obvious, as she did say, she had been out for a few years before arriving.
So in that event, the Emosis will pipe up and say, "So what were you doing during those couple of years?"
In the few years before I came here, I obviously did some adventuring. I learned to live off the lands outside of the forest. It was much different than living in the forest. She will say, I did have an unfortunately tragic event where the fairy that I had, I suppose you tend to refer to them as sprites. But she says the sprite that I had, unfortunately, perished, and when when our mother, the Tree of Life, gave me a new fairy in its place, that one also did not unfortunately last very long. I haven't had a fairy in 3 years. I guess my mother just stopped sending them.
Ozzy, is this really pertinent to our current situation? We're having to deal with the poisoning. Why she's not here isn't relevant.
Go ahead, Guard.
But he is going to say to him, sort of whisper to Ozzy, keep that little bit of information in the back of your notebook. Don't any sort of motive is a motive. So
you just glanced. If you at any point glance down, you already see that he's pretty much written it all out, as well as any sort of notes that he thought were important about her, how she looked.
Mm-hmm. Regardless, thank you for at that point, Irvin's going to look up. He's like, "So, can you two tell us how many more of you who are not poisoned are around and where they are? We'd like to. I think it's good if we ask them about what they were doing too."
we should probably also investigate the kitchen, wherever you guys have your kitchen at, where your food's stored.
Maria will say, of course. As Jessica mentioned, there were 6 of us on the final lunch shift. Let's see here. So I am trying to look at something real quick.
Yep.
Abaddon looks around the room.
I know I shouldn't be poking this barrier, but I'm going to do it anyway.
So Maria will say, there were, as Jessica said, there were 6 of us on the lunch shift. Obviously, there's me and Jessica. The other clerics are, of course, elsewhere in the temple. I could lead you to them if you wish.
Yes, let's go. If you two would come with and would show us around, it'd be great.
Maria will nod, but to that, Jessica will say, somebody does need to stay here and watch the sanctuary just in case others arrive.
Yeah, like Irvin will look to Abaddon. It's like we have another cleric here. Like plus we have a companion that was not that unfortunately couldn't come inside due to a condition. So so if you need someone to watch the front, Abaddon can do that, and I don't think you need to worry about a sort of a humanoid trying to attack, because more or less we have a guard dog out there.
Yes.
Oh, I'm a guard dog now.
I have expected the actual dog man to take offense to that.
But indeed, Moses will say, the Inquisition tends to be very good about keeping security tight, I'd imagine.
Yeah, Abaddon's still looking around the building at the moment and tapping around with his boot a little bit. The building this big, you'd figure there were catacombs around here.
Moses will kind of just sort of very quickly whisper into your ear, keep your eyes out for clues.
Also, Molly did say something in Sylvan to Maria. Did she respond back in Sylvan?
Yes, she would have responded back in Sylvan.
Okay.
Darn Sylvan.
Good.
Good, like 3 of us actually know that.
Right.
It's like Grim knows it, but he's nowhere in sight. He's currently wandering around outside the barrier, poking it.
Right.
With a stick. Made out of dead people.
Oh yeah, he's taking any dead corpse that literally is reanimated and he's chucking it at the barrier. It's like, nope, not the weak point. Nope, not the weak point. Nope, not the weak point.
Right.
It's like, speaking of which, do I have to add my ability modifier for intelligence to my roll, or
yeah,
just
that
a
would
roll?
be your, if you're doing an Arcana check, it would be a D20 plus your intelligence plus any proficiency if you have it to Arcana.
No, I don't have a proficiency, so that would only be a 22.
22? Alright.
Sorry, what did I miss?
Just double checking what his Arcana roll was. So Maria will lead you to the kitchen first, since that's where you all want to head first. Boop, 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 boop. Pick a random room for the kitchen to be.
Just this room does it.
Yeah, just everybody go off to the right.
Yeah.
I'm going to be more hilarious is that while you're in the kitchen, all of a sudden the clerics freak out because the barrier went down.
You did not take down the... Oh, dear. Oh, no.
It's like, I threw too many corpses at the barrier.
He overloaded it.
He actually.
Pretty much, that's what I'm expecting. You come out, there's just piles of ash everywhere. This is what happens when you leave the undead knight alone. He gets bored.
Is it Ash Wednesday already?
I thought it was a Tuesday.
There's a big ash circle.
So,
I assume I'm staying in the main chapel then.
So Maria leads you into the kitchen.
You're staying behind so for one to help keep an eye out, and two to keep an eye on
The one that's getting the Inquisition stay right about now.
Yeah, let's face it. This is a locked room mystery we just found ourselves in.
Mm-hmm.
Crap! Now I want to keep some Danganronpa music.
Dude, I'm calling. If there's catacombs around here, an assassin could have came up through the catacombs, poisoned their damn food, jumped back in the hole, and left the damn city already.
But then that would be a good mystery.
There probably would be a catacombs, considering how big this temple is.
That's my impression.
Yeah.
You get bigger than religious temples you've got. They've always got goddamn catacombs like a maze back there.
Yeah, but catacombs
you can't take one without the other.
I was gonna say, yeah, but the entrance could easily be from the outside too.
That's true, but it's still one of the things. You think giant temple? You think catacombs? It's just there.
Right. True. But
again, but dude, that's player knowledge, not actual character knowledge.
Right.
You're talking to a guy that does a lot of Inquisition shit. He's had to run a lot of rogues out of holes.
Yeah. I mean, it could be a character. It could be something a character might know about religious places, but
anyway.
Wait, what was it?
Just that the possibility of there being like catacombs and stuff.
Yeah, I'll go ahead. Would you like me to roll a religion check on that then?
Sure, if you want to try a religion check to see, if you would think that there would be catacombs and stuff.
By the way, while he's rolling that, Irvin got a 19 to investigate the kitchen for any sort of remaining traces of the poison used, anything still out of place, yada yada yada.
That's a 21 religion.
All right. Yeah.
The big gaping hole.
Yeah, you'd have a pretty good idea that a temple this size would of course have some manner of catacombs. So Irvin is checking around. Is anybody else checking around, or are you just letting Irvin do it?
I'm going to investigate around the statue to see if there's any kind of.
I'm going to give Irvin
buttons.
advantage because I'm pretty sure he's more suited to investigations anyway.
Okay, then let me roll again.
Nova got an 18 on investigation.
Alrighty.
I would be searching with an investigation.
Well, thanks.
Last longer as I made an investigation, one of the skills she was proficient in.
Right.
So okay, thanks to Ozzy, that 19 earlier just got bumped up to a 24.
24. Wow.
That's funny. I got 24 too.
24.
I got a 20 on an investigation of the statue.
Alrighty.
I swear I didn't mean for essentially the scholarly trio to essentially be a team Phoenix.
I mean, we've got the archaeologist who can find clues, we've got the anthropologist who can find contradictions, and we've got the hermit who can kind of do a mix of both.
Actually, she's not a hermit. She's an entertainer.
More or less, dude. Currently, right now, we've got Trucy Wright, like a variation of Apollo, and Burp Man. Oh crap! I am blanking on the guy's name.
Raven?
No.
What's that name? Oh.
Right. Oh, and we've got sort of and essentially we've got Birdman. Well, okay. Do you I want to say Frank, I'm going with Edgeworth because Edgeworth.
Are you trying to refer to the lawyer from Avian Attorney?
Simon Blackquill?
Blackwell because because I think everyone would probably line up a bit more with Blackwell besides birds.
Birdie.
Birdie.
Here comes the feather puns.
I have not actually seen Digital Destinies. All I've gotten as far as Gavin. So
but you do know Apollo, right?
Yes, I do because of Apollo Justice.
Congratulations, you're the Apollo of this group.
Great, I will train my Swords of Steel.
I just got a stupid pun for what I'm doing outside. How many licks does it take to get to the center of the Tootsie Pop? Only the Tootsie Pop has to be me trying to get inside a temple.
Also, I am apparently Apollo, who apparently got some training from Von Karma.
Well, like I said, it's not a perfect 1-to-1.
Right. So let's see. While all of you are investigating and looking around, you hear a loud scream from out in the hallway.
That can be good. Please don't be because of me.
And this is what, and this is why we. Everyone's like, and this is why we were supposed to leave Abaddon out there.
As you run out into the hallway, you see Tamriel lying on the ground. She has a dagger stuck into her leg. A small purple bottle is in her hand. As you witness her quickly swallowing something, a quick look at the bottle would tell just about anybody that it's a poison cure pill bottle. Seeing all of you rush out, Tamriel looks up at you and says, "Well, this is unfortunate."
Don't move. Don't move.
Should I heal her or should we question her first?
How about removing the knife? Well, I can't say that.
Don't remove the knife. It'll just make her bleed out faster.
I was gonna say
heal her at the same time.
21 medicine check to remove the dagger and quickly close up the wound.
Right.
Okay, so no one. We did not see Maria disappear off anywhere, did we?
No, nobody did actually.
Okay then.
That said, Tamriel will look at Irvin while he's helping her out, or while he's helping Tamriel out there, and she will say, let's see, how do I want her to word this exactly? She'll say, well, I can say that I saw the assassin, even if it was just for a moment.
Hey, give us the details you can. He's actually he's saying that as he's taking out the blade and ready to get ready to more or less put something on the wound and compress it, wrap it up so that she won't lose any blood.
Right.
Moses will keep an eye on everyone, making sure no one moves.
Tamriel will say, "Well, I didn't get a good look at her. I mean, I felt a dagger to the back of my leg collapse to the ground, and as I looked up to see my assailant, the assassin was moving off into the corridor to the south. All I caught was a cloak. The only thing I caught was the assassin was wearing a cloak, but...
Bill?
One quick question. There's still something that's mildly bugging me. Where did you get that bottle?
Tamriel kind of gives a chuckle and says, "We're dealing with assassins. You can never be too careful. You see, I have a tendency to carry around poison cure pills. These are very good poison cure pills, luckily. She'll take the dagger from Irvin, and she'll do a quick examination of it. After a moment, she'll nod and say, "Yeah, that's what I expected. It's Black Lotus poison."
Ugh, that stuff is nasty.
So, do you have more of that cure?
She holds out the bottle and says, "I have quite a few pills that can protect against it."
One moment. I'm gonna have Irvin do a quick knowledge check to see if he can remember exactly what Black Lotus poison does, because he knows it, rogue. Right. But he just needs to. But just so he can sort of relay what it does to everyone else.
Right.
I guess I'll do a quick medicine check to make.
That would actually be a medicine check, interestingly enough.
Ooh. Okay. Apparently I'm still on a hot streak tonight. 17.
17. Nice.
I'll run a medicine check to make sure that those are the actual
pills?
Antidote.
Okay.
Say, can Nova do it too?
Yeah.
That's a 20. Synthetic 20.
Yeah, I got a 25 on medicine.
All right.
Those wisdom stats.
Yeah. I mean, what? We've got passive perceptions of 17, 15, 14. I mean, my assassin's having to roll high here on stealth. Just to let you know.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah.
You.
Grimm's probably wondering what the hell's going on because he's hearing yelling, screaming, the whole 9 yards. He's just wondering what the fuck's going on in there.
Abaddon's wondering that a little bit himself since he's still in the other room.
As for the medicine check on Black Lotus, it's very deadly. A very strong constitution is needed to, not die from it. Like very, very strong constitution. Even then, you're almost guaranteed to just fall unconscious, even with a strong constitution. That said, Black Lotus poison is also very, very fast. In D&D terms, 4 rounds of failures on your Constitution saving throw equals dead.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Irvin will just be like you're lucky to have those pills, because Black Lotus poison, it's very effective and quick acting poison. However, to use something like this, the assassin must still be inside the temple and is getting desperate because you don't use Black Lotus poison unless you severely want a target dead.
And I take it that's different from the blood poison that we're dealing with the other clerics.
Yes, it's completely different.
Irvin's actually, Irvin was going to say the blood poison we're dealing with. It was just used to cripple the clerics. This was meant to kill.
Yeah.
There's there's a difference between an incapacitating poison and stuff and this toxin.
And I take it. I'm very curious. Will the antidote there cure the blood poison? Does my medicine check tell me that at all?
The poison cure pills that she has will not cure the blood poison. Okay, so blood poison is known as blood poison because it is a mixture of blood and poison.
It's more of a disease.
Yeah, it's more of a disease than it is a poison. So it's not something a poison cure could cure. It is something that, say, a lesser restoration could help cure, or a greater restoration could completely cure. But both Maria and Jessica here would tell you that neither of them are anywhere close to being strong enough to cast lesser restoration, let alone greater restoration.
You get, just remember, the idiot you controlling Ivern just remembered one of the spells that Abaddon took.
Lesser restoration. How?
He's a cleric.
Is that a level 1 spell?
Yes.
Okay then.
I didn't know that was a level 1
No,
spell.
no, Abaddon does not have that spell.
Wait, I thought you took
Healing Word and Cure Wounds are at level 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's lesser?
Restoration is second.
Oh, sorry. My bad. Sorry.
I was gonna say
I was about to say, Abaddon has Cure Wounds, but he don't got no low restoration.
Yeah.
Okay then. Although I wonder if the engineer might know it.
She's the one that is down right now.
Well, the funny thing is, if you could actually get Grim in there, he could heal her.
I mean, Tamril's alright now, because she did take the pill. If you guys are actually saying that to her in character, she would have a response.
Yeah, like effective. Everyone would be like, this isn't the same thing. The blood poison is more of a disease. You need a lesser restoration spell. Tamril, can you use that?
Tamril would say, unfortunately, I left the clergy before I got beyond first level spells.
And there goes that quick fix.
How do you know all that? How do you know all that information, Mr. Irvin? Are you a medical doctor too?
I've got the plague doctor, and don't believe those quacks. Secondly, you learn a lot about medicine when you're traveling a lot. There might have been one or two times someone in my exploration party got poisoned because they set off a trap. Poor sods never saw it coming.
I'm debating whether I should attempt to see if I could bluff the assassin out of hiding.
I'm curious. Did we leave the doors open into the main cavern from outside where you left Grim?
Oh no, Irvin would have shut it to make sure that just as politeness. So you know.
So I'd actually have to put some actual effort into blasting those doors open. Great.
No, I just shut it. Like with the way we found it. I did not lock it.
The doors open just fine.
No, the reason I say that is because I'm pretty sure I can't get even to the door. So whatever I throw would pretty much have to literally go through the door, through the next door, through the following door, all the way into the main room.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're stuck.
Oh no, I could probably get your attention. I'm pretty sure throwing a couple dozen boulders at a wall will get anyone's attention.
Oh, crap.
Shoo, yeah.
So, Ophelia.
Yep.
He's cutting a giant papyrus.
How's a 15 to your AC?
It matches.
That is a hit.
Ouch.
A dagger comes flying around the corner here,
He has no hit.
striking
He
you.
can't score. He can't even pick
That's going to be 1d4 plus 3. That's 5 piercing damage. And you
Ow.
make a Constitution saving throw.
I'm sorry. This is where I wish I was in the room.
This is where I wish I had an arcane archer who had a homing arrow.
No, you don't get those until level 3.
Oh my
Just-
gosh. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Arrow following an invisible person.
Also,
This is where we're just going to have
22.
to pull the same stuff we did last game.
by the way, just getting this joke out of my system. Damn it, Hassan!
Okay.
Auto counter them.
Would it be possible for me to take a page from our other campaign book and attempt to whip at the hiding target?
Sure.
Just go straight for them.
Just remember that it will be with disadvantage. It's not in darkness, so you don't take the -5, but there is disadvantage.
Okay.
Hey, Emily. Can Siri sling the stone in the direction while she's focusing on her nomadic arrow discipline?
Probably?
Okay, Siri doesn't have disadvantage because of her focus.
Oh, how about that?
Nomadic arrow. You are focused on this discipline. Any attack roll you make for a ranged weapon attack ignores disadvantage. If disadvantage would normally apply to the roll, that roll also cannot benefit from advantage.
Huh, how about that? Alright.
Okay then, and I got a 14 to attempt to whip at the target.
14. 14 is actually a hit. How about that?
And Sierra's will be a 19 to hit.
19 to hit.
I will also like to add that my whipping may or may not be accompanied with foolishly foolish assassins who dream up foolishly foolish foolishness like a foolishly foolish fool.
Hey. Sweat drops, what just sees Irvin, just sort of just have this look on his face like, oh boy, and he sighs.
Sorry, I had to get that out.
About this point, hearing all the commotion, Abaddon will come out the front door to see what the heck's going on.
Okay.
Okay, now I believe that's a D1D4 of damage.
Yeah, a whip is a D4.
Go all Belmont on them.
I think, considering what I just referenced, I don't think this qualifies as Belmonting. Anyway.
Got a question. Because all of the series extra stuff is bonus actions. Can I do one of the things?
Whoops. I think technically the concentrating, like the initial concentration is a bonus action, but you're also using more of like a reaction here at the moment.
Anyway.
Or
I was gonna say, so anyway, that is a 5 damage.
5 damage.
5 damage here too. 3 plus 2.
So yours was 5 as well?
And I'm sure this target is probably I'm pretty sure this assassin's just like, oh god, dang it, that hurts.
So, you make a quick strike with your whip. Let's see. The assassin is caught suddenly by it. What you can see is that the one who threw the dagger, what you assume is the assassin, is yet another forest child, actually. Go ahead. To that, noticing that the charade is up, Maria here quickly draws out one of her own daggers and acts on reaction as well. Going after Irvin, since Irvin is the one that's right there.
Oh, well, sucks to be Birdman.
17 to hit.
Yes, that would hit.
Yeah.
Wait, he said would.
It's the end. The game's done. You have to close the game.
Oh.
So the 17's a hit. So that is going to need a con saving throw along with 5 points of piercing damage.
Yeah, how does it? Yeah, that's 17.
17. Alright, that is a save. How about that?
Yeah, Irvin's actually when she stabs him, Irvin's going to lock and say, "Did you really think I'd let you pierce an artery with that little toy of yours?"
Did she ever think that we were not onto her from day one? Oh well.
Yeah, it's like, Irvin just chuckles like sorry kid, but playtime's over.
Nova. First in the initiative.
My first ever.
With your 25.
Yeah. The only crit I'll ever get tonight.
And just as a note, Emosis would say, Now, try not to hurt them too much. They're only children, after all.
This sword is ready.
That's not going to stop Abaddon.
Everyone.
I'm hoping that was enough to trigger to anyone that we want to do non-lethal damage because we need these people alive.
So, the one at the bottom's been hit the most with 10 damage.
Yep, with 10 damage.
She's still looking fine.
She's still looking pretty fine, yeah.
Well then, alright. I'm just gonna fly right on top of her. And bonus cast Shalala on my quarterstaff. Proceed to hit her with it.
Okay.
That is kind of point. Okay.
Synthetic 20.
Okay, that'll hit.
Now, how much damage did you say these tiny weapons did again?
Well, Shalala converts it to magical weapon damage.
Because of Shalala, it changes the damage, so...
Oh, so that actually works even with tiny weapons.
Yes.
And that is... Say, that is 13 damage.
I did not hear that, missed. Okay, she's still up. She's feeling it, but she's still up.
Playing whack-a-mole.
Irvin.
Okay, yeah. Let's just sort of just move right to here to get flanking with Ophelia because, like...
My second time hearing it.
Oh. Okay, roll for short sword. Let's see. Yeah, that probably won't hit. And the other one's a nat 20.
Nice.
Hopefully you're doing non-lethal damage. Otherwise, we're going to have a dead child.
Don't worry. He wouldn't be.
They're not children.
Oh, he'd still be using non-lethal because information and all that.
I was gonna say, yeah. It's like, I guess this is a good thing that Grim isn't there because he would have just flat out murdered them.
Yeah. So
this is going to still happen, by the way.
But guess what, boys and girls? Sneak attack damage because of flanking.
Right.
It's Kirby.
So first off with the short sword, which is a D6. 11 slashing damage. It's just from normally, and now from the sneak attack damage. Oof. So 20 damage altogether.
20 damage altogether. Alright. Well, she's still up.
You doubled the sneak attack, yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
I just rolled a 9 for the sneak attack. No, that's it for me. I've got nothing else.
All right, Abaddon.
Abaddon will grab his hammer, go right up to the other assassin, and with a powerful swing with his hammer, and if this connects, he will send her flying towards the rest of the group.
4.
Pretty much. Just punch.
Never.
Hey, watch out, you wild dog! Don't hit me with that.
Gosh dang it! Quit rolling around.
This is why I have my little bowl for dice rolling.
Right.
I have a table in
I'm
front of
really
me.
starting to think I need to get something for that because this thing won't stay still.
I have my computer desk, and between my monitor and my keyboard, there is space. I just roll there. So
Yep, that's pretty much how I do.
Yeah. Finally, stays put. With it again. Wow. Okay.
I don't need to know.
Crit.
I don't need to
Nice.
Oh, this little guy's gonna go flying real good.
So I got a crit on that and the usual bonus stuff. That'd make it a 22.
All right.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, all that really matters is if you roll the nat 20, then it's a crit. So you get to roll double the damage dice.
And I'm using my Warhammer, which will make it 2d8.
2d8 plus whatever your damage modifier is.
Oh, he's actually not proficient in a Warhammer. He didn't get the proficiency, but because you brought up proficiency, I forgot to add my dex to my attack. So that would actually be 26. 24 damage altogether.
4 damage.
Yeah.
So an extra 4 damage. All right.
Yeah, because
I thought all clerics were proficient Warhammers.
no, Warhammers are a martial weapon, and for some weird reason, Forge clerics don't get proficiency in martial weapons.
I thought it was from the base class. They just get it.
Nope, simple weapons.
Never heard of a chest.
All right. So the dice roll ended up with 8. So I'm assuming because it was a crit, it ended up 16.
No, you roll 2 dice. You roll 2 dice. Roll twice,
roll 2
man.
dice.
Torio,
Oh, okay.
stop him.
Guess I had to roll that second dice then.
Yep.
Make it a second 8.
Yay.
So 16 damage.
16.
I got my
And
What
max
was that to
damage.
start with?
and my love increased.
She's dead.
Did you make sure to add all of your? Don't forget to add
Oh,
all
you
your.
just flung a corpse child at someone.
I was gonna say, don't forget to add your strength mod.
Oh, well then that'd make it a 17.
17. All right.
Again, dead kid.
Is
Fury.
the
Is like punishment time. Boom.
You just punted her head clean off.
You're already focusing on the discipline, which is good.
Right.
Okay.
Says you just got disconnected.
What I can do here.
Yep.
I go
Server, but I still have my sheet here, so.
Torio.
So
Torio,
let's
I knew you were
bonus
there. I
action.
don't want to trust you because, but I have
I
to.
can't count spells.
Maria.
I'm sorry?
Bonus action, magic stone,
Okay.
and then 19 to hit the
Meow.
Maria.
Frogs
Okay.
don't say meow. They go. Ribbit.
Yeah.
Meow.
6 total damage.
All right.
I rolled a 1.
is she still up, or are we gonna have to open? Okay.
So Maria is up. Maria is going to she's gonna chuckle a bit. Let's see here.
Oh crap! I just realized something. Consider would either of them have been in a thieves guild and would actually recognize Irvin?
That's a good question. Yes.
Well, you fucked up, bird boy.
No, this is something I asked out of. There's a reason I asked it out of character because because for all intents and purposes, she could expose Irvin.
Right.
That's what I mean. You kind of fucked up.
No, I will note that it only works one way because Irvin doesn't, hang around the Thieves Guild all that often, just for
his questionable purchases.
Not really that, but his authenticating, essentially seeing how much stuff is worth before he sells it off to the museums.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It pretty much goes there for an identification fee.
Yeah.
So they're all right.
Which technically isn't illegal.
So the real question is, what is Maria going to do now?
Seeing as I just punted her friend into the next dimension.
Grim probably heard the shockwave of that. I'm like, what the hell's going on in there?
And you just hear Abaddon yell from inside, "For the Forge!"
I'm like,
Maria,
do I want to know?
Maria is going to chuckle a bit, and she's going to say, even if we fail here, it doesn't matter. The Death Queen's plans have already been fulfilled. To that, she's drawing out her short swords. 17 to hit Irvin.
Yeah. Oh, crap. That hurts.
Alright. Minimum damage. 4 piercing damage.
Okay, I'm at my last HP.
Wow.
Alright.
The bird survived by a feather.
I mean, I'll note that these are also her short swords. They're not daggers with poison, so, I mean, you don't have to worry about that, at least.
Yeah, but
that's
you kind of rolled... Yeah, but we're kind of at because we're at level 1, we kind of don't have that much HP between all of us.
Yeah, understandable.
I've only got 10.
Her second, I guess I'll just direct the next attack at Irvin as well. Mine as well. So, I mean, Irvin, you're unconscious because that's a 21 to hit.
Ah, come the frack on.
8 piercing damage.
Ouch. Bird is down.
Goodbye.
With that, she turns to the rest of the group. Still looking ready to battle, even though she's pretty badly injured. So, Ophelia.
If it gets back to me again, this is gonna be fun.
Now, hopefully, Ophelia doesn't do anything that would.
Forever in the face.
So hopefully Ophelia doesn't actually kill the child and just goes over there and paddles her, because really, that's all you need to do at this point.
Actually, here's a thought. Ophelia. Well, yeah, a 21 would have hit your AC, right?
Yep.
Okay. Since you guys do it all the time as players, I'm going to do it too. I'm going to transfer the remaining damage, which is 7, because Irvin had 1 HP.
That knocks out Ophelia as well, then.
Ophelia. Oh, wow.
Wow, Ophelia had worse than me.
Double KO.
Double KO in that case.
The initial sneak attack did leave her with 6.
So, that's true.
Oh yeah, that's right. You got a sneak attack. Ow.
That one hurt.
Well, there's nobody else for her to transfer the remaining 1 damage to, so she won't do that. But yeah, So, in that case, instead of taking your turn, please make a death saving throw.
I love that. Please make a death saving throw. Like, is there a probability of this?
You know, instead of attacking and killing my NPC, you now need to make a death saving throw.
Right?
That's just a straight D20.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tamara would have stood up by this point. But, there's kind of a wall there, so...
Crit.
Ooh, okay. Well, you're back with 1 HP then. You are no longer unconscious, but you are prone and you have 1 HP.
She just slashes you down and you're just like, that the best you got?
Ophelia's just pissed off.
That brings us to Osmosis, who is, well, you're 10 feet away, so you just have to move up 5 feet to get to her, but...
Don't even have to do that. Whip.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Moses is just like, well then. I think it's time I punish you, you little bad child. Whip, and let's see how this goes.
That sounds so wrong.
It did.
Does it though?
It did.
Oh yeah. It's not nearly as bad as the fact that the hammer was brought down.
I mean, yeah, someone did just get punted with a hammer, so I think we're gonna be fine.
I do have a question. Would Nova have gone flying with the body from that?
No, because you landed on Maria, didn't you?
No.
She lands on whatever.
She was and the one that got punted. Yes.
Yeah.
So unless Nova
figured Nova would have seen it coming, so he would have flew off the head.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way,
honestly,
probably.
I'm curious. Do I have advantage from where I'm standing, or is there a place I can stand for advantage?
Not really. No.
Okay then. In that case, synthetic 20.
All right.
If that hits, then in that case, I am going to.
All of them. Eventually, you'll get no monsters attacking you. You'll get a that pops up with no monsters.
I'll laugh my butt off if that literally kicks all your ass.
Oh, that wouldn't happen to me. She would have found herself on the wrong end of the hammer for the next time round.
So, what was the damage again, or did you not get it yet?
I got it. It's that is going to be 4 non-lethal.
4 non-lethal. She's down.
Boom! Yay!
Alrighty. That was her health, actually. So.
Just one crack of the whip, and down she falls.
Down she falls. Well, I mean, it was a little more than one crack of the whip. It was also a massive crit by Irvin, but
Yeah, so here's your crit. Have a nice day.
Yeah, pardon me for doing all the hard work.
Pretty much.
Right.
So, both little girls are now dead.
No, one's unconscious.
Yeah, one's dead.
I thought they were both dead.
No, that
one's just unconscious.
The other one is, quite frankly, a smear.
Temel's gonna
a very gooey smear. You're going to need to clean that hammer.
Temel's rolling medicine check to, is that intelligence or wisdom?
Medicine's wisdom.
Wisdom, okay. To stabilize Irvin, that's a 15, so you are stabilized.
I'll roll medicine check to stabilize. Oh no, she's already stabilized, so I'll just go ahead and get around to tying up the assassin, or the assassin child over here.
Nova's gonna cast. He's gonna cast Goodberry, and give them to Ophelia, or 5 of them to Ophelia. Each one gives 1 HP.
Nice.
So in other words, take 5 HP, and you really won't be hungry for the rest of the day.
No, each one has enough nutrition to fill for a whole day.
Yeah, you're gonna be good. You'll be fine for a little while.
Like chilling. All I know is Grim is very confused right now.
And Noah's gonna force feed Irvin the other 5.
Oh man, he's gonna be a very unhappy bird when he wakes up because his stomach's gonna be hurting.
Down the beak.
So Tamra will make the comment, who would have guessed a forest child as an assassin?
Me and Ozzy had a bit of a suspicion, but we didn't have anything to back up that suspicion.
No, it was all pretty much just a hunch. A hunch. Checks notebook. That turns out to have been correct. Again. Closes notebook.
Freaking. Where's my? What do I taste? Berry.
At this point, Abaddon had already come around the corner and rejoined the group.
You just see one girl having been turned into a smear, and the other one is currently being tied up by a winged lion man over there.
I was gonna say he was the one that turned him into a smear.
Guys.
Yeah, no, never mind. You're right.
Why is it?
I was gonna say.
You're like, I think I should have held
guys.
Wow.
Sorry, you guys were just talking over me.
Sorry.
Anyways, after that, Siri's going to sigh and just look quite sad. After all, one would never expect a forest child to become an assassin.
Right. Tamril's gonna reach into her pouch and hand over a pill to both Irvin and Ophelia here. They are small white pills. She says, these will make you feel better.
She just sees. Yeah, she just see Tamara would just see Irvin just sort of peck it out of her hand like a bird would getting seed from someone's hand.
Right.
Thank you kindly.
7 HP.
Oh, I am back at the full.
Same here.
And 9 HP for Ophelia.
Yep.
Okay. So, I assume we want to question our little forest child here?
Yep.
You know what? I'm getting bored with this. I'm going to start pelting the front door with rocks just to see if someone will actually start coming to the door.
And we lost somebody.
Missed.
Dang it.
Internet. Oh, there she is.
Yep.
There we are.
To press mute, my finger shifted to the disconnect button.
Oops. Happens. But okay, Frank, I'm gonna do a perception check to see if we hear him. To see if Irvin, despite him, dealing with just losing a bit of blood, can hear the dead guy. Damn my bird ears. 24.
24. Yeah, you'd definitely be able to hear him.
He just looks up. He's like, could someone tell him Grim what's going on? He's getting bored.
I pretty much just sling the forest child to the wall or something and make a quick flight over to the front door and shouting out the front door at the undead over there throwing rocks at the temple. Hey, could you knock it off? Oh, it's you. Checks notebook. Grim. Sorry about all this. We're kind of in the middle of an interrogation. We think we found the assassins who have poisoned some clerics. Anyway, be right back.
What?
Just as you're saying, wait, what? The door just closes and he flies back to the interrogation.
That's more questions than answers.
There, I partially filled him in. We can fill the rest of him in once we have the rest. And then turns over to the forest child. Now then.
Tamriel is going to follow Osmosis there. As Osmosis begins to walk away, she looks out to Grim, and she kind of stares at him questionably for a moment and says, "You know, if you're risen, why don't you just come through the thing?"
It's like, I point to the giant ash pile that I ate while I was bored.
Well, if Tamriel can finish what she was, because Tamriel was, but Tamriel would finish by saying, the magic that makes up a risen makes them more humanoid than undead. As such, the protective magic around the temple isn't going to affect you.
I'm not going to risk it. I'm not entirely sure how to respond to that. Grim's just going to stick one finger in, seeing if his finger gets fried.
Which it does not.
Okay, he's good. He'll just walk in. I'm sorry. After the whole incident where he's literally countless undead literally just vaporizing. He was a little questionable of that scenario right there.
Right.
And to think he could have been here the whole time.
Oh yeah, that's even more funny.
Indeed.
Yep.
So I can now move Grim's token. Well, if I can. Well, it's not gonna let me.
Is it not letting you?
One sec. I think I pushed the wrong button. Yeah, there we go. Now I can.
I say you should have the ability to move it because I don't have.
And there we go.
There you go. All right. So as everybody gets back to the room.
Yeah, of course. When Urban sees Grim sort of coming, like how? Like I thought that barrier kept undead away.
Apparently, I'm a special type of undead. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Perhaps.
Makes a note in notebook. Anubis Reject must be upgraded to slightly better Anubis Reject, and then closes book.
I'm sorry. Did you say that out loud?
No, he just wrote it in his book. He just scrolled it off in his book and then closed the book.
Okay, so that's what I wanted to confirm. Did you say that out loud? Because Grip would actually respond to that.
Tamriel would comment saying, what? You didn't realize that Risen are more humanoid? That's why you can heal them with healing spells and things.
I have been running away from this guy for 3 years because I accidentally took something off of him during my first archaeological ruins run. Look at me if I never bothered to check.
So what you're saying is you were actually knew full well that he was arisen.
I thought he was just undead. I thought he was just a zombie, a really smart zombie. You know, like those. What do you call them?
Lich?
No. Step down from that. They're actually intelligent undead, but they're not, like lich, like a lich level of super undead.
Revenant, Ray.
Revenant. Yeah, I thought he was just a revenant.
One shot.
I take that offensively.
Anyway. Moving on.
Anyway, Molly will step aside and say, "Oh, you can go right on ahead, Mr. Grimm."
Oh, she's giving me permission to slug your ass.
Again, Amos is just like, well, Professor, I think you can handle that. I'm going to be over here with this preparing for an interrogation.
So as will Molly.
I was going to say, Grim's gonna take one quick scan of the room to see if anyone's actually going to care if he slugs the bird.
Hold on. I just got healing. Not the beak.
Abaddon walks by in between both of you, then continues walking.
Oh, no one cares.
Tamriel gives a loud cough and says, if we might, can we get this interrogation underway? There are clerics and paladins that are in severe need right now.
Correct.
Certainly.
Yeah, Amos is just like, already ahead of you. He's over there just sort of sharpening his claws. Right then.
Oh, I could have fun if I was the bad cop.
Anyway, everyone's like, right, we should get the start. And pecks at Maria's head to wake her up. Peck.
Sorry, I'm reminded of earlier campaign. Please continue.
Alright, she is awake.
Morning, sunshine. How's that stab wound doing?
Maria just responds with a growl.
Of course, the solid treatment. Okay, so...
Hey, Wolf Boy, you can understand her, right? She's growling.
Does not work on Elfin. She's not an animal. Though my hammer may find its way in her face if she does not cooperate.
Now, let me have at least a little bit of fun with my claws before you do so.
Siri would be there,
Right.
and she would translate anything for the others. So,
Right. Anyway, okay. He looks to like, okay, Maria, my dear friend Maria.
You should be ashamed of yourself, young child. You so naughty. What would your mother think?
Okay, on that note, well, no, I don't. Let's see here, age what? Grim might know what a forced child is and that they aren't actually, they're somewhat ageless.
I mean,
Molly knows too.
Yeah,
no,
Nova would have told everyone.
Right.
Yeah, or if it's like now that we got that out of the way, so how about we expedite this process? You tell us why you decided to work for the so-called Death Queen, who she is, where the antidote for the blood poison is, and if you cooperate, he actually then speaks in thieves' cant. He's like, I might just not let the boss know that you tried to betray him. Everyone else, it sounds like he just randomly said, and the chicken will always flee from the fox.
Oh, he's speaking in thieves' cant.
And so,
do you actually know thieves' cant?
She could just tell when someone's speaking it. She can't understand it.
Right.
And Emosis would probably say in some mix of Slovakian and Abyssal. Or, I can make sure that your death is actually quick. But that's in a mix of Slovakian and Abyssal. Probably like every other word is a different language.
Sounds
So, Maria will respond in Sylvan, knowing that most people don't understand it. But the only thing that she will say is the words, "The Death Queen doesn't accept failure."
Did anyone catch that?
It's like I'm probably just gonna walk over to her and say, "Hey, then what?" In Sylvan, he'd probably say, "Hey, then what's that make you?"
And to that, just the Emosis just sort of runs like a claw across her forehead.
Ow.
Maria will grin at who was it that spoke back to her in Sylvan again?
Me.
Grim. Right? Grim?
He's a grim grinning ghost.
Okay. So she responds back to his question and she says, "It makes me dead." As soon as she says those words, her entire body suddenly drops limp.
Nova just writes down on her head because she's been sitting there the whole time.
Yeah, no one saw that coming. No one.
Urban's like, well, she's dead, Jim.
And to that, time to start searching the body.
Right?
What a shame.
14, so that's a 17 to search her, to do a cursory search of her dead body.
Oh shit.
Okay.
6 platinum.
6 platinum. They were
party
the two. I should note that this is for both of the forest children, but yeah, they were paid pretty decently to deal with.
To cause this little mess.
Cause this little mess.
Yeah.
That said, searching Maria's body, you can find a small, sickly red vial of some kind of ooze.
Urban's like,
I should mention that the ooze is the sickly red part. It's a really nasty, blood red, sickly looking ooze inside of a vial.
And Moses and all of his
I cut out for my signal. I cut out for a moment there. What just happened?
The kid dropped dead, and the two who were searching her found a bunch of money and the poison. Which, when the poison gets revealed, Urban's like, and there's our disease, and there's our plague in a bottle.
And Moses pretty much says it at the same time you do.
Yep. Tamriel will snatch up the vial and say, "Well then, why don't we make ourselves an antidote?" She pulls out a small little cube from her pouch. She pushes a button on it, and a gigantic, potion-making piece of equipment just kind of grows out from the cube, and she begins going to work.
Everyone would be like, "It's like, well, that's all well and good, but where are you going to get someone who isn't already sick for the antibodies?"
I'm not here to pet you, lesser dog.
See, I told you were a medical doctor. You're talking all that funny talk.
Pardon me for not being raised in the woods.
I'm sorry. On this note, Grim is going to repeat this about 3 times and saying, "Not me."
No. Yeah, no offense there, Grim, but we kind of need a live body to make antibodies.
See, you didn't say that. You just said body.
The only one that's human is Ophelia.
And Moses just sort of says, first he's like, "Well, first, yeah, I don't think you have many antibodies to give them, but even though you're kind of alive."
Considering you'll need all 3 of those for the Sands fight.
But he'll,
I mean, you can't get all 3 of those. Sorry, but just my nephew. He's playing Undertale.
Gotcha. And she'll look over to the other cleric, whatever her name was, and suggest, "And we've got her, I suppose."
Talking about Jessica in the other room?
Okay, she's not there, then he'll sort of look around, and I suppose we've got, Jessica.
Yeah,
and I suppose we've got Jessica if we need someone.
Yeah, unless you're talking about Tamriel. I mean, they're both there, so.
Yeah, no, he'll refer to Jessica.
So
we have Jessica if we need.
So should we search the rest of this temple for more assassins, or are we just going to be done here?
We found out why there were no clerics. Took care of the problem. If I'm right, we just got a good bit of a bonus.
Yeah, we'll have to take care of. I don't imagine we'll be taking care of that right away. Anyway, 6 platinum. I guess I'll hold on to the 6 platinum for now, since I'm the one who found it, and then we'll divide that up. How many of us are there anyway?
8.
8. Gotcha. I'll go ahead and run the calculation.
So, well, it's 6 platinum and 9 silver, so...
We could just go with another party fund.
Yeah.
No, I don't have to do any
It's generally the easiest.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do... I guess I'll hold on to it for now.
So I'm getting to the party funds. So it does take Tamara a bit of time, but she is able to make an antidote from the poison. She hands you all several vials and says, if you could, please distribute these among the clerics and paladins.
You go, like, he's like, Irvin's like, where? He's like, but after she has like a few of them, he's already out the door. Way out of ya!
I am going to kill you, Jerry.
Right?
Yeah.
With a tail slap on his head.
Nova will take a few and sprinkle his pixie dust on it so he can actually carry a bunch of them.
Right.
Yeah, and I guess Amosis will take some and can proceed to, while distributing that, case the place for any additional assassins.
Right.
I was going to say, Grim's not going to do it just for a simple fact. I don't think people are going to want to wake up and see him in there.
Right.
Yeah, that might be a little bit disturbing.
They might pass back out.
Right.
So he's probably just going to sort of go right back to the middle zone and sit there for the time being.
I am looking forward to Jessica's reaction to see him just waltz up.
There he is. He's next to her.
I mean, Jessica wouldn't be too surprised. There have been Risen that have come in here before. So.
And yeah, but this guy is particularly old.
Yeah.
And considering his profession, although I imagine that's not entirely apparently obvious.
Not really, no.
That probably won't become obvious until he starts turning undead and, summoning undead and turning others undead and that sort of thing.
Undead.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't think I actually have the whole ability to resurrect the undead type stuff until...
Yeah.
You'll
eventually get raised dead and whatnot.
It's like I'm an Oathbreaker, which allows me a Hellish Rebuck and Infinite Wound, Crown of Madness, and Darkness. I don't get it animate dead until level 9, though.
Yeah, and eventually you'll get something like, the Finger of Death there, which allows you to effectively kill people and raise them back as zombies.
Yeah, I don't have that one either.
Yeah.
You'll get that once you start getting,
Yeah. Anyway, as you all distribute, or those of you who are anyway, distribute the antidotes around, Grand Paladin Salen Galanadel recovers along with the other paladins and clerics. They all say their thanks to you they all give their thanks to you for helping them out, and mention that they will march out against the undead as soon as they are finished waking up, putting on their armor, yada yada, prepping them.
Pretty much getting ready.
Yeah, pretty much. So with that, if you want, you are free to return back to the castle.
I thought it's pretty much go back to the Red Thorn Tavern, say hi to Helga, and then head back to the castle.
Right.
I believe the castle's on the way, isn't it? Or no.
Still surrounded by undead.
Yeah, you're right. Red Thorn Tavern. Let's go.
Yeah. Secret passage.
I have expected Ozzy to be like, why don't we just go directly back to the swarmed by undead? Oh right.
It would be more like, why don't we just go directly back to the looks outside? Oh yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
I mean, both myself and Osmosis can fly over the walls and be perfectly fine.
Yeah,
We can, but, probably having your colleagues getting murdered by undead usually is not, good for business.
Right?
Yeah.
Probably not.
It's like, they'll half ignore me as long as I don't bug them due to the fact I am undead, but as soon as I start swinging my sword again, they're gonna start getting annoyed.
I will say this as an urban he does sort of start humming his usual tune as he's passing out the antidote. But probably when a few of them see the big old bird, they're probably like, what the? Oh, right, Enku.
Tamriel is going to stay behind in the temple to help out the clerics and paladins. Before all of you leave, you do get to witness Salen Galanadel drawing her runed paladin sword, in which you get to witness her saying a quick prayer to Emos and watching as her sword bursts into golden flame.
Ivern lowers a pair of shades. Okay, now that's a magic sword right there.
Oh yeah, magic shiny thing.
If anybody wants to, you're free to roll a religion check on the sword.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, why not?
Pretty sure a 9 doesn't get anywhere.
No.
I'll do it. Why not? I don't care. Woo! Got a crit though.
Wow.
Which
I got a cent 20.
I mean, I got a 16.
22.
So.
Right.
Instead of religion, how about I do a history check just for the history of this sword, so that way I can get a 24.
Alrighty.
Because that thing's probably a relic, so that would be more my speed.
Right. So the sword itself is actually not that old. You note that the sword itself is nothing more than a standard, what is sometimes referred to as a paladin sword. The paladin swords are special swords that some paladins, not all paladins, can channel their power into, and in doing so can burst their swords into flame using their honor. Most paladins can achieve the standard blue flame of a sword. A select few paladins can burst their flame their sword into a white flame, and usually only those that are considered chosen by Emos herself, aka those who are Grand Paladins, are able to do what you are witnessing here, bursting their sword into a golden flame. It is said that these are the very flames of Emos herself. And legends say that a paladin that can burst their sword into a white flame is strong enough to fell 100 undead with a single swing. You can only wonder what the power of a golden sword would be able to do.
Irvin sort of leans over to Grim. You might want to stand back away from her, because I don't think that thing will discriminate, even if you are a bit more human.
The thing, I just look at the bird. I'm like, shut up, bird boy.
It's your funeral?
Oh, I was gonna say, are you actually going to say that to him? Please tell me you said that to him.
I mean, yeah, Nova probably would have said that, actually.
I'm like, No thanks, already had one.
I'm the reason I'm technically the reason why he woke up. Although, as I keep saying, I thought he was completely dead, not just mostly dead.
I mean,
this is why you check
your
before you
screeching
open a crypt.
definitely can wake the dead, now can't it? Let's go, you two.
Fine, I'm just reiterating it so you people will stop thinking that I am a grave robber. I'm an archaeologist. I take things from old ruins. I didn't know he was still alive. Dang it.
I mean, what is an archaeologist but a grave robber masquerading as a scholar? Let's go.
It's an anthropologist aside from a sadist. From a sadist about human nature, masquerading as a scholar and a bard.
Why do you think I have a whip? Now let's go.
All of our response.
Siri rolls her eyes and comments to the others. You get used to their banter.
This is a daily occurrence for these two. Whenever they're in the same town.
Right. As you make your way back to the Red Thorn Tavern, you witness a rather interesting sight. A large metal man. One of his hands is a blade made of pure energy. And his other hand is a shield made out of pure energy. Is currently engaged in combat against a set of undead.
Wait, did we run into a guardian? I think we just ran into a guardian.
I mean, again, Moses looks through his notes and is like, I don't have notes on these, but actually in my
Would Siri recognize a Makaz unit?
Yeah, I was gonna say, would I as well, because he would say, even though he probably would have it, because his mentor was around in the Age of Magic, which was about when towards the end of the Age of Magic, when the Gnome War was going on.
Yeah, it was. It was at the end. It was the second to last war in the Age of Magic. So yeah, Moses would point. Moses would look at. While I have no notes on them here, my mentor has written something about Makaz units, and the images he drew look a lot like that.
Say Nova
probably would know. Yes.
I say Nova probably knows, seeing how he was actually probably around for the war.
Right.
I may or may not.
That's a Makaz unit, all right. How odd to see one, though.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, on that note.
His saving throws set, right? He has an 11 on initiative. How unfortunate. So yeah, if you guys want to figure out whatever order you guys would be in there.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Grim is just going to run up and smack.
Yeah.
Same here.
There is no
He's like,
nice
camera
time with
away.
Grim. He's just going to run up and smack a zombie.
I guess so will I. I will close my book, take to the skies, and grab my whip and let's go.
Right. Well, still, you should. I mean, you gotta set yourself in order, and then stuff like that.
I put myself in order up front. That's where I am.
Well, I probably would be in the air, so
I'll let you be there. Sorry, I'm just trying to get these monsters and their stats, if I can figure out where they are in this manual, because there's so many freaking. I guess I could always just do because this thing has click to. There we go. Wisdom is -1. So, whoopsies, I did that wrong. I have the feeling these guys are not going to be getting a turn.
Okay, I'm back. What I miss?
We're
Not
fighting.
much.
Oh, the zombies got a 0.
Zombies are not. Yeah, zombies are. Anyway.
Well,
All
right.
Yeah, I'm sorry. This is going to be hilarious.
if I could,
Yeah, zombies are. Skeletons probably won't get a turn either, but zombies are almost definitely not getting a turn.
Nova flies on top of Skeleton 1 here. Casts Shalala on his quarterstaff and proceeds to bash it.
Okay.
And actually managed to crit.
Crit zombie! Or crit skeleton?
Crit skeleton.
Sit.
Hey, take this, bonehead. Slam.
8. 19 damage.
19 damage. Ouch. He's dead.
Holy shit!
Pixie
I
smash.
feel like that was coming.
This is going to be one of those bad days for zombies
I
and
mean,
skeletons.
I mean, they're first level undead. What do you expect?
True enough.
Pixie smash.
Pixie pulverize!
These
There's a
skeletons
nice little
are
thing of skeletal goo over there.
These skeletons are technically not even first level skeletons because they don't have armor scraps because they're the undead of buried, so they weren't buried with armor and stuff. And they're lucky if they have weapons because they probably
They
picked
have a
up a stick or
knife.
two, but that's about it. Grim.
Oh, it's my turn. Yay! Okay, he's just gonna... I'm pretty sure if I move right there, I have a chance to smack either Skeleton 2 or Zombie 2.
Yep.
Alright, let's see how this goes. Ha! Crit!
Nah.
Okay. This is gonna be just amusing.
Right. So who are you hitting?
I'm gonna aim for the zombie.
Aim for the zombie. Oh dear.
I'm just gonna take my sword off it and just do a horizontal slash to try and take his head off.
Alright. Zombies then.
Holy shit. Well, that's 18 for my first roll. And the second one, not so high, but still there. Let's see here, that's... I got 10 for the second one, so that's 28.
He's 28. He dead.
Dead zombie by horizontal slash.
Dead zombie. Alright. And, Irvin.
Oh. Kookaburra goes over here. You'll see shooting the last remaining zombie.
I was gonna say, these little guys are not getting a chance.
Nope.
Well.
I figured they would.
And just to get to you all this little fast. Crit. Kookaburra crits. Kookaburra crits. This poor zombie.
Oh my god. Is everyone gonna crit all 4 zombies? Please do it. Just do it.
Who's got the next roll?
And don't forget sneak attack because he's distracted by Makaz or if you want to put it that way because he hasn't seen me yet.
Yeah, it's you have an ally within 5 feet, so.
Not too good for the damage on the first roll, 3. So here comes sneak attack damage.
Okay.
But I think a 10 makes up for that. So plus 4 with my dexterity. That would be 17 damage to the zombie.
17. He's still up, actually.
Holy moly. That zombie was resilient.
Oh yeah, that's right. Zombies are actually pretty nasty to try to kill.
Zombies have quite a bit of hit points, actually. So.
Yeah, but you just see Irvin's like, hold up, I got this. So his arrow goes straight through the zombie, taking one of his arms off. It's like, Oh.
Abaddon.
He just looks back at his arm. He's like, zombies over there trying to reattach his arm.
I swear I can't get this dice to stay flat.
Dice bowl, man. Come on.
Dice bowl. Dice bowl.
Move your little.
I say, don't forget you
hammer
gotta actually,
wheel.
move up to an enemy and stuff.
Yeah, I was going to say, he needs to move up and smash
That's true.
the
I'm
skeleton.
also completely out of range of them, but I'm going to move up right to the skeleton.
Okay.
He's right next to me.
Why do you think?
Now, let's see if I can't get this roll.
I swear if he crits.
I swear it'll be hilarious. Please crit. It'll be hilarious.
I'm going to keep complaining about my dice for a while because every time I complain about it, it 20s.
Seriously? 4 crits in a row?
4 crits in a row?
Yes! It's like, what the hell?
Hells yeah! Now kill
And
that
that's
freaking skeleton.
That's 2d8s, so let's see how this goes because this is Warhammer with a vertical smash.
Right. Oh yeah, that's a Warhammer, so that's bludgeoning damage.
Oh yeah, he's gonna smash a skull in.
A skull, spine, maybe even a little bit of a maybe a
few ribs.
And the damage was a plus Constitution or Strength roll.
Strength.
Bonus.
No proficiency because you don't have proficiency. Remember?
Oh, I know that. I was just talking like the standard modifier.
Yep.
So with that makes me 13 damage.
13 damage. He's dead.
Dead skeleton.
It's a pile of powder.
Oh, that poor little.
Smushed. Okay.
So we got 2 dead skeletons, an undead zombie that lost its head, and a zombie that lost his arm.
Mm-hmm. Siri.
Alright. The map. Again. So Siri would not have stopped focusing on her discipline.
Okay.
So. What should we do? Let's do bonus action for Magic Stone.
Okay.
And whatever one looks hurt the most.
There's only one left.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's only just the one guy left, so.
Okay. Well, that is a 10 to hit.
Yep.
10 hits.
10 hits.
Okay, I was prepared to use Seeking Missile. Okay.
It's a zombie.
The only reason I didn't kill is because my damage was near minimum.
Yep.
On half bit.
The thing is with Seeking Missile, it lets me roll again if I miss. Eight. Yes.
It's still up?
Undead resistance, isn't it?
Huh?
It's because of undead resistance, isn't it?
Undead fortitude.
That was magic damage.
It's the undead fortitude is only if the damage is not, it's radiant and critical hits that negate undead fortitude.
Okay.
So
quite literally, if I just gotten a little bit more damage.
Yeah. So, Ophelia.
I guess I'll. Let's see. Where's my? I guess I'll just use Vicious Mockery on it.
Alright. Vicious Mockery. They'll succeed on a Wisdom saving throw. That's right? A Wisdom saving throw for that? Yeah.
25 to hit.
I think it's a saving throw.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think Vicious Mockery.
Oh, it's a saving throw?
Yeah, it's a saving throw.
Yep. So now you wait for them to say.
7?
That failed.
That's a fail.
I think more than likely that fails, unless you have some really bad charisma, I think, because you're a bard.
Right. So it's 1d4 damage, and yeah, so...
Just fall over.
Follow.
It doesn't matter how much damage you do, because it had 1 hit point, and so I rolled its Undead Fortitude, and so the way that works is it makes a Constitution saving throw with a DC that is 5 plus the damage taken, and it rolled a 4 for its saving throw.
Oh yeah,
So even if you did minimum damage of 1, the DC would be 6. It rolled 4, so you know it's dead.
Yeah,
she insulted it to death.
Yep.
Oh yeah, it just couldn't put up with it. It just lost its arm, and now it just felt like crap. It's like, I can't take life anymore. Just fell to pieces.
Insert Monty Python joke here.
It's just a flesh wound.
It's just a flesh wound.
As you all approach, the Macaws unit turns to you and says, "Ah, good, I found you."
You were looking for us?
I was sent by Captain Orber Galloway to search the city and see how you were doing. You had been taking some time, and he wasn't sure if something bad had happened at the temple.
Just a couple of assassins took care of them. Tried to interrogate one. They committed suicide. Took care of the problem there. Blood poison. A small bit of blood poison plague spread throughout some of the clerics. It happens. And now we're on the way back, and we were just on our way back to report to him.
Very good. Captain Orber would like to inform all of you that we have managed to capture one of the cultists. We've learned some information from him. If you would follow me back to the castle.
Right. By the way, what was with the whole glowing energy weapons thing? Never seen one of you guys before.
He's a unit.
Yeah, Moses would. No.
Okay, Miss, could you repeat that? Not only did Jace sort of interrupt you, kind of lost a bunch of volume.
Yeah.
It's a Macaw's unit. It's a part of his body he was forged with.
Wait, a Macaw's unit? Do you mean those things that were made back during the War of Magic?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, Moses sort of points out and shows.
No more.
Shows Irvin the entry, which would be written in common, and just sort of says, there are some of the specific details of the Macaw's unit if you're interested.
Hey, why do I need notes when I have a living specimen? I mean, you know how long ago that was? This thing is practically a living antique.
I would assume that my mentor has seen many living specimens back in his day.
I've seen a ton of them too.
Yeah, too bad back in those days, from what I can glean from his notes, They weren't exactly the most friendly of chaps at all times.
Still, we need to report back and talk. And Irvin starts asking the Makazi unit a bunch of questions, like was he actually there during the War of Magic? Did he actually tell him anything about the heroes there, about society, yada yada yada? Really?
Right.
He looks around and is like, something about a no war and a war of magic that these things were seen in. Interesting.
Nova just tells the Makazi unit, it's like, I like how he asks you the questions and not the one that was in the party the whole time.
Well, the Makazi unit would be able to tell you that not only was he in the war, he is one of the X series, one of 300 units that they gained a sort of sentience, realized what the gnomes were trying to do, and basically turned against them. You could say he was one of the. You could say he was part of a rebellion in that regard. He says, the gnome war obviously did end when the weapon blew up all of the gnomes. And he can tell you that, yes, he was present during the War of Magic, as it has been called. He says that back in that day, it was not known as the War of Magic. It was just known as a Great War, because of how large scale the war was. He'd be able to tell you quite a few things about the civilizations from between then and now. But mostly he would tell you that he's mostly, on his own, doing his own things, that kind of thing.
Yeah, this has been happening the whole time while they've been sort of heading back to the capital, because
right.
Yeah, if there's one thing Irvin likes, it's getting history straight from the source.
Right. As you all reach the tavern again, oh, why I'm suddenly having dry throat. I usually just took a drink. As you arrive near the castle, you hear the mighty wing beat, if you can call it that, or the tavern rather. You hear the mighty wing beat of the Draco Lich flying above you. It slams down pretty hard into the ground, not too far off. You all turn and notice that the Draco Lich is staring down Grand Paladin Salen Galanadel. The elven woman stands looking at the dragon in front of her, completely unaffected by its terrifying gaze. It roars, but the Grand Paladin doesn't even shift. She only raises her gilded shield. The Draco Lich unleashes a powerful blast of lightning from its mouth, which slams into the Grand Paladin's shield. But a moment later, you can see she is completely unaffected. The Grand Paladin grips her rune sword, and it ignites once again into the golden flames of Emos. She lowers her shield, and then swings the sword forward, releasing the golden flames upon the body of the Draco Lich. The flames lick at its body, and you watch as the eldritch magic holding the Draco Lich's body together comes undone. Its bones crack and crumble as the eerie light from its eye sockets fade away. Soon, nothing remains but a pile of broken and battered dragon bones.
Can I take one of the dragon bones?
Well, that was unexpected.
Well, that works. That's one down. Still the matter of a Death Queen, though.
I just want to have Nova swinging around a small dragon bone as a course that.
And then
I'm gonna use Shalila on it, but
and then Mimosas is just like, unless that was the Death Queen, but somehow I doubt that based on my notes.
It's never that easy.
The sound of heavy footsteps can be heard. As you and the Grand Paladin turn towards the sound of the footsteps, you see a knight dressed in black armor, adorned with skulls. On her back is a wicked scythe. The handle is made out of bone, and the blade looks as though it is forged from thousands of screaming souls. The knight's eyes glow a deep blood red as she walks. The ground, I formatted that wrong. The knight's eyes glow a deep blood red, and as she walks, the ground beneath her blights as it is corrupted by eldritch magic. Impressive, Paladin, she speaks, her voice as cold as ice. You defeated my dragon, but that is not nearly enough. All around the knight, undead begin to rise from the blighted ground. Selin Galanadel rushes forward, and her sword and the knight's scythe collide. Meanwhile, all of you are surrounded now by a small group of the undead that have appeared.
So if we were able to see the one night lady, Irvin would have looked to Grim and say, "So, what is that? Your sister or something?"
Hey, you beat me.
I knew that joke was coming.
It's like, oh, you beat me to the punch. And Mimosas is just like, nah. Is far too good looking.
I should have kept the initiatives. I forgot that this combat was coming. But I probably wouldn't have ran this if I'd remembered this was a full encounter because of the time. But, oh well, it shouldn't take too long. It's just 3 skeletons and 3 zombies. So, Nova.
Well, fly up.
Also, these were numbered wrong. Sorry, just talking to myself.
I'm gonna fly up to the skeleton and do the good old shillelagh, then whack.
Please crit.
We've been critting all day.
I didn't, but I did get 1 less, but I got a 26, so.
26. So, I mean,
and
that's
that
definitely
was,
still a hit.
Yeah, and that was 13 damage.
13 damage. Yeah, it's dead.
Max damage.
Max damage. Very good.
This tiny little snap whacking off the heads of the skeleton.
That's just weird.
273. Alright.
I'm only able to do it because I'm a druid.
Grim.
My turn. Okie dokie.
I really should have had you guys reorganize yourselves, but oh well.
It's fine.
You know what? Fudge it. Right there.
I mean, considering we're surrounded, I don't think it would matter too much other than usual air travel, but, you know.
I was going to say, Grim's just going to run up, pull his great sword out, and just diagonal slash the zombie.
Okay. Which one? 3 or 4?
Oh, yeah, I'm between 2 of them, aren't we? Aren't I? 3.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Do I even have to say it?
Crit.
Again?
Yes.
Oh, Jesus. It's like, we're just tired of the zombies. It's like, you're all just going to become food fodder now.
Yeah. Okay, that's 12 for the first roll.
Ouch.
And the next one.
13 for the second roll, plus a strength modifier, or a 4.
What weapon are you using again?
Oh, great sword. Due to the Titan
that's right.
strength I get.
Okay. Yeah, you have like what, 2d6 or something on a great sword?
Yeah, 2d6.
2d6s, and due to Titan strength I get an extra d6.
Oh. Wow.
God.
Wow. That's 66 per...
Ow!
That's nearly a fireball.
Yeah, that's 66 per die that you're getting there, is what it is. You would be rolling 12d6 damage on that.
Wait, how did he get 66?
No, it's just 3d6.
Yeah, it's 2d6 for the... Maybe I'm thinking wrong. It's 2d6 for the weapon, and then you get the extra d6, so that's 3d6, so you would get 66. You're right. I don't know what I was...
Oh, I was gonna say, what?
I was like doubling the double for some reason.
I was gonna say, that's an outrageous number. What the hell?
I don't know. I was doubling it, and then I was like doubling it again for some reason. I don't know. But yeah,
if you had advantage, it got 2 20s. That's when you double it twice.
Right.
That's pretty much what I was thinking. I'm like, what? And my brain just lost my whole damage counter because of that. I was like, what the hell is happening?
Yeah, I don't know what I was counting out.
Do you want me to re-roll my first section of damage?
No, you got like a whole bunch, so it was 12
Oh, wait, it was
13.
It was 12 and 14 plus a strength, that's a 4, so there you go. Wow.
That's 30 damage? Yeah, he did.
Great sword just slams down one-handed, just cleaves him. He did.
So, Irvin. Whoop.
Yo!
Card.
Bird boy?
No, bird man, bird brain.
Bird brain.
Bird brain. Irvin?
Okay. Time to take a shot. Time to take a shot at zombie number. At zombie number 4.
Okay.
The one right next to me.
Yep.
So, who wants to board the crit train again?
Apparently, today our characters are just prejudiced against undead.
Hey, the undead is prejudiced against the undead. What's wrong with this picture?
When we actually fight the boss, we'll get like minimum damage now.
Probably. Let's see, that's 10. That's another 10 plus 4, 24. So,
dead.
Yeah. He's like, hey, yeah, Irvin's like, no, I am sick of this. I've already got one undead chasing me. I don't need more.
Right.
Well, Irvin makes sense. He's had me on his ass for 3 years.
So, Abaddon.
Yes. Let's go see what I'm attacking, because there's only one zombie left, and there's like 3 more people within range of him.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go over here to the skeleton.
Okay.
It's okay, Nova can take them all.
Oh, we could probably leave it to Nova, and Nova would probably murder them all.
Right.
It's time to dust pile this thing.
I feel sorry for that skeleton.
I got another 20.
Nah.
I crit.
Okay.
Oh my god! Everyone's just critting the ever-living fuck out of these 4 zombies and skeletons.
All right then.
I feel like I'm watching an episode of Fairy Tale.
It's just overkill.
Right.
We're all not to.
Like, we might as well just turn all this overkilling onto the stupid crazy lady with the scythe and just murder her. We'll probably die for it, but it'd be hilarious just to start her. Hope he's shotting her into oblivion.
Right?
It's already burning.
So yeah, what's the damage?
How's a 12 sound?
Oh wow, only 12 for crit? I mean,
Well, I rolled 2 dice and it ended up at a 7 and a 4, and I've only got a +1 in the strength bonus.
Ouch. All right.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Unfortunately, he's still up in that case.
You made him do a head spin, and he's just looking at you now.
Yep. So, Siri.
Alright. Starting with the bonus action for Magic Stone. That's a crit.
Oh my god! Here's your bags, undead. Have a nice day.
All aboard the crit train. Toot toot.
Right?
It's like, all undead, please line up. You're gonna die anyway.
They're already dead.
Already dead.
I mean, back in the ground.
Right. I should have
Okay.
added more skeletons and more zombies to this encounter.
I was gonna say, you might as well have just added a buttload more into this, because if this is gonna continue, they're just gonna keep dropping.
Alright, that's against the zombie.
11 damage.
And excuse the mystic just screaming in the background.
Is that against the zombie?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Well, zombie's still up since it was only 11 damage. So, Ophelia.
Talking about. Who's next on the initiative?
Osmosis after that?
Okay, Ophelia's gonna give him, I guess, a bardic what does a bardic inspiration do?
Plus D4 to attack roll. Or saving throws, or ability checks.
Well, I guess I could have Ophelia expend one of her spell slots and use Dissonant Whispers.
Right.
And that's a wisdom saving throw.
Zombie or the skeletons?
The zombie.
Zombie. So that's a 4.
It fails.
It fails. It's dead.
Please just drop.
Zombies aren't very intelligent. Or
No,
wise.
they're not. I'm just lucky. I'm somewhat intelligent, even with the negative bonus to the Risen race. But that's only because I keep critting on creating characters.
Right. So yeah.
It's like, Mark, make me a character. Okay. I'm like, oh.
Okay, that's 15 psychic damage, and it has to use its reaction to move away from me, I think.
Its reaction is to die.
It will not use its reaction to move away because
it's dead.
Rolled a 5 on its con save to survive, which is about, to 15 points lower than the DC 20 because he dealt 15 damage. So yeah, he did.
Dead zombie.
So Osmosis. All the skeletons. They're on the opposite side of the battlefield. They are 35 feet away.
Okay, so couple stupid questions. One, ability checks. Do those count as do attacks count as ability checks?
No. But
okay, then.
If you're thinking of the bardic inspiration, it does work on your attack rolls.
No, I was thinking of something else. That idea was stupid anyway. Moving on.
Okay.
There's kind of no point in, because I don't think those things have undead fortitude, do they? The skeletons?
No. Nope.
So there's no point in doing that to them. I don't think they're resistant to necrotic damage in any way, though. So maybe that might be worth it. Nah, not really. Okay. That's how far away did you say they were?
Number 5 is 35 feet. Number 4 is 40 feet. And number 5 is the one that's the most damaged.
In that case, I'm going to go ahead and try to get over to number 4.
40 feet to move?
I can move, well, let's see here. You said he's 40 feet away?
Yep.
Well, I can fly about 60, and I really want to be about 10 feet away from him, so I can actually move out, so I can actually leave without provoking opportunity attack.
Okay. So that would only be about 35 feet to get up to there, then.
And is there a way for me to get flanky on this guy? No?
Nope.
No.
Okay.
Nope.
If this gets back to my turn, I'm going to try something stupid.
It probably won't.
No, it probably won't, but it'd be hilarious to see.
Yeah, because you still got macaws, and then the skeletons, and then Molly. And if that doesn't kill them, then we go back to Nova and back around. And
So anyway, that's a 15 to hit.
15 will hit. Sorry. My throat's just randomly dry all of a sudden.
It happens.
$15 to hit is a hit.
So, 5 damage.
5 damage, okay.
And then I'm going to use the rest of my movement to go ahead and get up into the air.
Alrighty. And, Makaz actually gets to make a turn.
I was starting to wonder if he was going to get the chance to do anything.
So he gets to have some fun.
What about me?
He's gonna step up here, and he's gonna swing, bada swing. That's a lot of damage.
How dead we talking?
That is maximum damage.
Oh dear.
Skeleton dead.
Skeleton dead.
So
no, skeleton bone powder.
You see, Makaz's hand turn into the longsword, and with just a single swing, he cleaves both of the skeletons.
Well, damn.
Because he dealt enough damage to kill both of them by damage transfer, and so they're all dead.
Lovely.
Makaz remarks and says, "Undead. How pathetic. I'm made of adamantium. I'm made of adamantine. They couldn't possibly harm me, even if they tried."
Bleh. Bleh. Get him.
That
you units sure were built strong.
How are the 2 knights over there doing?
As you turn around, you notice that the Grand Paladin has annihilated quite a large number of the remaining undead while fighting the knight there. That said, the Death Knight there growls after a moment and says, "I tire of this. It's time for me to reap your soul." The Death Knight quickly knocks the Grand Paladin's sword out of her hand, then grips her by the throat. You watch in horror as her body seems to age rapidly as her life force is drained away. When the Death Knight releases her grip, all that remains is a withered husk of the Grand Paladin. She turns to all of you and says, "I have done what I have come to do. This city lies in ruin. For now, the cult of the great ghoul and I shall leave. But remember this, when the time comes, I will return. Remember me, for I am the Death Queen.
Yeah. Get it. Get out of here with you.
Run.
Get out of here, you bloody Anubis reject.
She slashes the air with her scythe, creating a vortex of darkness and eldritch magic. She steps into the vortex, and it vanishes behind her.
Well,
I should also point out...
Actually, everyone's gonna do something stupid.
Okay.
Okay.
After she, turns to leave, he's gonna fire an arrow at her.
What is it with the birds always trying to screw over this particular night? Like we did this last time, and we know what
the bird is sticking. The bird is sticking with his bird.
No, I do. What part of he hate? It's like he's just like, oh, I am not letting this undead get away without at least taking a shot at her. And
I know. But you're the second bird to do this. The first being yours truly.
Mm-hmm. Wait, you're a bird? Oh, wait. Do
you remember Crazy McCrazy Bird?
But anyway, I'm last up in the crit drain for tonight.
Did you just your opponent?
God.
I think she's got a lot more damage than what I did. But yeah, you guys mentioned how we wanted to throw a crit at her, so here we go.
Oh shit! I didn't think anyone would actually try.
Sorry, my internet went out.
I am actually perfectly okay with you critting this night. Again,
Yep, Nova's just flying away now.
In case you missed it, the Death Queen showed up, killed the Grand Paladin, and no, you already knew the Death Queen was there. But the Death Knight said she's the Death Queen. Killed the Grand Paladin, went to leave, and now Irvin has decided to initiate combat with the Death Queen.
We're all fucked.
No, nuh-uh. No way, Space Cowboy, fuck you.
We're all leaving.
At least my particular bird brain only got himself killed and possibly risked the life of the king's family.
Right.
You are about to kill way many more people.
So about them 22 damage to the back of her skull.
All right.
And Ophelia kind of just points. Ophelia kind of just points directly at Irvin just to show he did it.
It's like we're all just looking at him like. Even Grim knows not to fuck with this woman, and he's just using his sword to point over to Irvin.
Irvin looks at his body. He's like,
Molly's pointing at Irvin too, and with her tail.
Well, I guess it's going to be Moses, who's just kind of going to stand there loyally with his whip at the ready.
Listen, Miss Death Queen. This bird brain here called me, insulted me by saying I live in the woods. You can have him.
you know what? Irvin's going to look at
this point. I don't care about him anymore.
The Kookaburra did it.
Yes.
Irvin's just like, I did not expect that to hit. I thought I was going to miss. I legit thought I was going to miss.
And you still shot anyway, you dumbass.
Hey, you know what? I thought it was supposed to just be a shot of defiance. I did not expect it to actually hit her in the back of the skull.
Right?
He's so good.
What did it do?
He's good.
We're all dead.
We're all fucked.
How is she feeling at the moment?
What happened? So Card crit
shotted the Death Queen.
Card pulled I'd like to point out, Miss.
Queen.
Card pulled a Nisala, but more successfully.
So the Death Queen stops in her tracks and slowly turns. She draws the scythe and says, "Well, I was going to leave, but if you plan to stand in defiance, then I'll deal with you as well.
Well,
I'll
we're
reap
fucked.
your souls
I'm leaving.
too."
Kookaburra, what did you do?
Made a lucky shot that I didn't think would go through.
And Moses just sort of readies his whip. Look.
Wait.
I don't
that
think
was
this
an
is a
accident.
lucky
Wait. Honestly, I should have asked, can I seduce her?
Sure. Go
Who's the
ahead.
death queen? Yeah, that's really gonna. You know what? I'm gonna ask this out of sheer curiosity. The lady that she just sucked the soul out of, her sword, is that anywhere near us?
I mean, it's next to her. Because, you know, she hasn't moved from where she killed Salem Valenadine.
So yeah, it's like I'd have to get over to her to grab a magic sword.
Right.
This will not end well.
So, that puts Nova as the first in initiative again.
God damn it, Irvin! If we live through this, I'm bonding you.
If we live through this, I am never going to make fun of Grim again.
Okay, what
You
sort
could
of
easily just own up
If
to
you
your
keep your
mistake,
tongue.
Irvin.
what sort of boss?
Save our bacon.
What sort of boss music should go to someone stupidly
Suicidal, because that's what this is.
Megalovania.
So, the Death Queen will speak up and say, "It seems that only one of you is being defiant. Simply hand him over, and I'll let the rest of you live."
And Moses raises his whip. I'm sorry, Madam Anubis Regent. I mean, Death Queen. I'm afraid that is not a viable option.
And meanwhile, Ophelia actually just trying to push Irvin forward.
Time out. Irvin looks to Oz. He's like, "Look, Oz, I get what you're saying, but I'm the one that couldn't control my temper. I got up to this mistake."
Yes, take one for the team.
And Moses looks over at you and says, continue.
He's like, besides, if I go out, it screws over besides, if I go out, that screws over Grim. He'll be water around looking for that damn shield of his, and I don't have to deal with him anymore.
Yeah, but you'll be stuck in that. And I point to the crazy lady's mega scythe.
So he walks up. He's like, so it was me who shot you. I admit, I didn't think I'd hit you. I thought I was gonna whiff. But hey, you want to kill me? Go right ahead. If anything, that just means that I no longer have to deal with him. And he points over to Grim.
I can't believe Grim's actually thinking about doing something stupid.
Yeah, I mean, it's
you know what? I have to roll for this because I can't decide. I have to.
Hold up. Emily, I'm gonna say this right now. If she somehow manages to miss Irvin, I have a plan.
Okay.
It's like the likelihood of her missing Irvin is very, very low due to the fact I'm pretty sure that the Death Queen is literally just OP as all get out right now.
I mean, she only has a plus 11 to hit, and I rolled a 14 on the die. So
yeah, Moses was
25.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah. No, that's a hit. No matter what you look at.
Moses is ready to fight if he goes down. He's not going to.
So that's 10 slashing damage, along with 5, 4, 6, 7. So 22 necrotic, 10 slashing. That's 32 damage altogether. So yeah.
You down.
Everyone dead.
Well, down, yes. Dead yet? Maybe.
Nope.
Well, the scythe cuts through Irvin's body, and you can just see it just, like, you can actually see his soul being ripped right from his body as he collapses.
Yeah, Amosis is going to go ahead and whip at her.
Oh, you too? You too?
Amosis is not going... That is his friend that just got murdered. You think Amosis is at all...
Well,
pleased?
murdered? No. Soul ripped out of body? Yes.
I do kind of have to do it, because again, Amosis is technically lawful neutral, so he does have a bit of loyalty, so he is going to be doing this solely out of loyalty.
Like that's what I'm having a conflict with for Grim, is mainly because he's technically a paladin, but he's also an undead, so it's like, fuck, he's an evil undead paladin. It's with a weird damper on things.
Make an honor saving throw.
I do not have honor.
No, I was talking to...
no, she's talking to me.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah,
okay.
Make an honor saving throw. Let's go ahead and utilize that new honor stat that we have for... If you don't have honor, that's charisma, by the way.
Oh, charisma? Okay.
Yeah, if you didn't take the honor stat because you're not lawful good, then it would be charisma saving throw.
Alright, let's see if I hate myself.
Okay.
Nat 1.
I critted my die again.
Alright.
That's a plus 4, that's a 24, so there you go.
Alright, well, if you made the saving throw, then you are able to not attack her, if you so wish.
I was going to say, I figure it'd be the other way around. Oh well. Anyway, that is that's a 22 to try to whip her.
22? Yeah, that'll be a hit.
Very good.
And that'll be a 18 to Slinger.
18? That is a miss.
That is 6 damage to her. Oh wow, wait, all the scholars are going... Wow.
Yeah, all our scholars just ran up to the Death Queen, one after another.
Ride or die, I guess.
Ride or die. I mean, at this point, yeah.
I mean, I guess seeing our best friend kind of just get killed, it's just kind of like, no, you are not going to be allowed to live for that. We will kill you if it doesn't kill us first.
Yeah, no, I vote for the second one.
How many health did Irvin actually have when he died?
He had 10.
10. Okay, so she healed for 10 from that. Okay. So how much damage? No, I got Osmosis' damage. And
yep, 6 damage.
Siri missed.
Yeah, so Siri would actually do her psionic ability, since that's a reaction, to roll that to hit again.
Okay.
That's actually a crit.
Nice.
Just like fires, it looks like it's gonna miss, and then at the last second, right in the right between the eyes.
Right.
Okay. 17.
17 damage. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Death Queen gives a sigh and says, very well. If you all want to die that much, then die.
It's like Grim's
Who
just
said
gonna say,
anything
I'll
about
go with
all
the
of us?
crazies.
She raises her hand and summons a Hellfire Orb.
Yeah, cool.
Oh dear.
We're all dead.
What, did you? Anyone in the immediate vicinity is dead. I'm glad I had Grim back the fuck up.
Can I take a reaction to at least get rid of something incredibly important? Before I
what
get
it is.
It's that journal. I want that journal to at least survive this.
Wait, what'd you say, miss? I couldn't quite hear you.
Yeah? Ow. Fucking Death Knight?
Death Knight? Death Knight? What? What?
It is more than 20 feet. Hang on, that is a wrong...
We're about to get TPK'd by a Death Knight. Joy.
yes, you are!
That
Oh,
is
you sweet
Molly might want to move.
definitely not 20 feet. I swear I had one of these that was only 20 feet. That is...
It's like 10.
Yeah, that
15.
was 10.
Yeah.
Double.
So somewhere there's a 20 foot, and I don't know where. Oh well.
Fireball. Well, it's
everything
like
that's
if
within-
you take it by standpoint, it would be shit.
It's is it 20 foot radius or diameter? Radius.
Radius is the entire. We'll just make it a 10.
Oh my god, I'm barely out of range.
Yeah, it's a 20 foot radius, so it goes out 20 feet.
Okay.
In all directions.
Yeah, I barely
Actually,
got
no,
out
I
of
think
range
that
of
is
that
right.
blast.
Looks like Molly's gonna end up dead.
No, she I think Ray just didn't move her because she probably would have been back with the ones who retreated.
Yeah.
I was. I was doing like I was just hoping for like initiative or whatever, but you
I'm
know
gonna
what?
have a front row seat to
She
that
would have
giant
saved
fireball.
her skin.
Yeah.
It's funny that the thief has more. It's more honorable than the rest of you.
I mean, technically, even the necromancer has been, like, the pseudo necromancer here has been more honorable.
Let's see. So, dexterity saving throw. Not that it will matter.
Yeah, probably not.
No, it's a massive mega fireball. You're.
Because
Holy shit! Stain on a shingle.
3 damage.
How much is it?
Out. It's 73 damage if you fail.
You ain't just dead. Your corpse is gone.
I'm not even going to try to save. I just want to throw my.
That's 36
fucking damage. That's
if
dead.
you succeed.
You ain't just dead. Your soul has ascended.
So,
Bye. Holy shit!
I will say that, guys. If I could say this, I didn't.
This physically hurts me. I love Sierra.
Miss Jace. You didn't have to do this. You didn't have to. Your characters didn't have to die because of my lucky shot.
I mean,
they would go after him.
Yeah, like, in the end, this is how we would have handled it. So, yes, in the end, our characters did have to die because of your lucky shot. This is just how the song and dance would have played out.
Pretty much, they were just playing their characters properly, same as the rest of us were.
Yeah, and now I feel guilty.
I was gonna say the only one that could have probably joined you in making this a 4-person party wipe would have been me, and that was only because I had to make an honor saving throw because I'm a paladin.
Right. So
It's the moonlit black cats all over again.
Like 3 people gone.
Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling.
Like I said, okay, so mind
Is she
if I
gonna come after the rest of us though?
Srin, if I mind if I go ahead and at least toss away one item to hopefully either Grim or Mr. Inquisition, preferably over there.
Okay.
If I could toss out that journal over to him before I die, and sort of with the last words, protect it. Make sure it gets back to him. If nothing else.
And I'd have to ask, who?
Set that thing back to, or he probably would have shouted, make sure that gets back to my mentor. And
no, that makes more sense.
Yeah, and he's just like, and he'll also just sort of say, in a voice that probably some people can hear, a shame I never figured out where that deed goes to. Oh well, all of this was worth it. I'm sorry, I failed.
So is she gonna? Is Miss Death Queen going to leave now because the rest of us are basically saying nope?
if the rest of you are noping out of there, she will just walk away.
Yeah, Nova's on top of a building, hiding on the peak.
I was gonna say, Grim is right there at the crater site that used to be the bird that knew where his shield was and his two friends. So
right.
Grim's a little salty, but he's also like, not me.
If the Forge Cleric, that means that the Forge Cleric should have technically all of Amosis and his mentor's notes.
Yep, and the only reason the Forge Cleric didn't get involved in that is he lives long enough to know to pick your damn fights.
Yeah, no one
live to get stronger and kill it later if you're dead now.
On the other hand, that does mean you technically would probably have a good chunk of Amosis' backstory. So if you ever had any questions about him, there you go.
The thing is, see, Irvin was the one person Siri was genuinely going to tell that she was a scion.
Right. Well, I mean, I wouldn't count, your characters out yet. I mean, Irvin, unfortunately, your soul was sucked into the scythe. So, there is no resurrection.
Yep.
Osmosis and Siri, on the other hand, one thing that Makaz here would note is, he obviously didn't step in because he calculated the fact that nope, that's not going to work. But he has traveled a lot, and I mean a lot. Like, he's been around for 1,000 or so years, and he will tell you that Osmosis, Siri, Irvin, and all them, he saw true heroic valor and things like that in them. As the cult leaves, Makaz will heft up both Osmosis and Siri's bodies without even breaking a sweat. Carry them straight to the temple and pay for their resurrections.
Now, can we tell who's resurrecting us?
Yes, I think so. I think that's part of it. Let me look up the Raise Dead spell, but I'm pretty sure Raise Dead only works if you're willing. You return a dead creature you touch to life, providing it has been dead no longer than 10 days. Creature's soul is both willing and at liberty to rejoin the body. The creature returns to life with 1 hit points. Spell neutralizes poison, cures non-magical disease. Spell doesn't remove magical diseases, curses, similar effects. These aren't removed first prior to casting the spell. They take effect when the creature returns to life. Closes all mortal wounds, but doesn't restore missing body parts. Creature is lacking body parts, integral for its survival. The spell automatically fails.
Oh, we're not revivable.
Coming back from the dead is an ordeal. The target takes a -4 penalty to all attack rolls, saving throws, and ability checks. Every time the target finishes a long rest, the penalty is reduced by 1 until it disappears. Doesn't seem to say anything about, which is weird. I thought that it did, but it does not say anything about you knowing who's reviving you. But you would come back to life, able to realize, hey,
I don't know. Would you rule that it would allow us to see who's summoning us?
I thought that it did, so I would say that yes, you could, unless you would, know it's them. But
I was gonna say, because like I said, I think Amos, considering how final that was and how much he went into that knowing he was going to die,
right.
I would think that he would only accept a specific summons at this point, and that would probably be at the hands of of an actual adventuring tomb keeper.
Actually, hang on. So the first thing they would do I think the first thing that the clerics would do was make sure that you are willing. No use spending a diamond worth 500 gold on each of you if you're not willing to revive. This would allow you to, answer and tell, what they would use. It's not speak with dead, but there's a similar spell, like talk with undead, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the immediate name of the spell. I know it exists. At least I swear it does.
It's on the clerical spell.
I thought it was just part of Raise Dead, but it's not.
Oh yeah. By the way, one other thing for at least for Grim. Don't think just because Irvin's dead that you've lost your only lead. Because there is a specific reason why I mentioned the Thieves Guild.
Right.
Oh, great. Stupidity loves company.
I don't know. Would he have ever told Emosis about that shield of his?
Yeah. It would have probably he's probably would have brought it up as when he was telling stories about his some of his earlier stuff. But no. You already have a replacement character rolled up with actually very similar stats.
I was gonna say there is I can think of one way to resurrect Irvin, but that would require us to get that damn scythe away from the Death Queen, and it's like, nope.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know which spell it is. There is a spell that lets you commune with like spirits and stuff. They would use that first to make sure that the people are willing to be revived, and if they are, then they would use Raise Dead. And in that case, if, Osmosis here isn't willing to be revived, or Ciri isn't, then, they won't. But if either of your characters are willing, then the cause will pay for Raise Dead.
I was going to say, Grim would probably make it very clear that if you want any chance of avenging Ivan getting his soul back, you need to come back to be the living.
Yeah, Ciri would.
I'm trying to think how Moses would handle this, because there is that, but there's also the fact that he went into that knowing his death was final and knowing particularly how that meant for him.
Right. Well, you said you don't have honor, I assume, so make a charisma check.
Alright.
Now that I'm saying check instead of saving throw, like I said earlier.
Yep.
That's the difference. Honor saving throw, if you succeed on it, then you can break your honor. If you or you can do something that might seem honorless. Charisma check, if you succeed on it, then you follow through with what you feel is honor. So.
Okay, 15.
15. Alright. Well, that would be a success on the check, so
that means I'm going to do the honorable thing, yeah?
That would mean you would do the honorable thing, yes. So
Which...
now you have to decide what would be the honorable thing. To remain dead because, you feel that you have served and so, your death was final, or would the honorable thing be to come back and seek justice? Not revenge, justice.
Yeah, well, considering he's lawful neutral, he's probably going to end up abiding by the code in the end. And he'll probably end up saying to them, my death, I will only accept an overturning of that death under a couple of circumstances. Either A member of my orders, or one of those from my tomb requests that I be summoned. The tomb from which he served, he would probably specify that.
Okay.
That would pretty much be his only condition, that he would only answer to one of their summons. But at the end of the day, any of the party may at their leisure take his body and choose to use him as an undead minion if they so desire.
Yeah.
And that is his compromise.
Well, I don't think anybody has any way of bringing forth undead.
I was going to say, I do when I become a Oathbreaker, but that's 2 levels off.
Yeah.
I think that comes out... Oh, yeah, that is 3 levels. Anyway, that's pretty much what he would say to them, so, that'd be sort of his compromise. Either A, one of his order has to resurrect him, or B, the party may, at their leisure, use him as an undead servant.
Alrighty.
I was going to say, at that point, I'd probably tell all the clerics to keep his body in prestige condition, if they can.
There's really not much they can do about that.
If they can't, they can't. Give him proper burial if they can't.
Yeah.
Better question is there anything even left of Irving, or did we just leave his corpse in the crater zone?
I mean, there's as much left of him as Siri and Osmosis. It's just, you can't use Raised Dead on something that doesn't have a soul. Well,
yeah, I was going to say, I just wanted to
you
verify
can use Raised Dead on something that doesn't have a soul. It returns the soul. The problem is that if the soul can't return, then
You have a veggie.
Right. Again, under the requirements, both willing and at liberty to rejoin. Unfortunately, as much as I would love to raise Dead Irvin, his soul is in fact trapped in the scythe, so...
We need that scythe away from Crazy Woman.
Liberty. So...
But actually, after they start to pay. After he pays for Siri to come back, and they find out that that Osmosis isn't willing to come back, the party actually hears someone kick in the door of the church, and you actually see what looks like a Triton, aka a fish guy. Walk in, he sees them, he's like, where is that damned lying bird?
He's lying right there.
Grim's gonna be like,
you're a little too late, lad.
Yep, he gone.
Oh, that bastard! Okay.
Got his soul sucked out.
Ah, that damn coward. He owes me, like he screwed me over.
Well, he screwed me out of my shield, so.
And he didn't screw me.
What did he owe you?
It's like, did you not know that he was part of the Thieves Guild?
Well, he was speaking in Thieves' Cant.
We figured as much.
Like, he screwed us.
And Siri is just sitting there crying because there's another person dissing her friend.
Yeah, she's gonna have mental problems for a little bit.
Look. We can line it. Look. If y'all can, look, just how to put this properly. That Rocklicker was a decent thief, but because he always wanted to preserve the past and anything, he screwed us. He screwed me and my men out of a couple of hauls. So personally, I was hoping that these guys could bring him back so that I could punch him in the beak.
Oh, that's not possible. His soul got ripped out by a giant evil lady.
Yep.
Great. Yeah.
How much did you miss out on?
You have about 100 platinum.
Nope. Sorry.
Although you may wish to retrieve the party stores from the body.
I say Nova probably grabbed it.
Okay.
I was gonna say, but due to the fact this new guy literally just kicked in a door and started mouthing off and said flat out that he was part of the Thieves Guild that Irving was attached to, he's gonna walk over and ask, So, does that mean you know where my shield is?
Oh, mother! He didn't mention that shield was a. He didn't mention that the reason he stole the shield was off of was still alive.
Yeah, he found that out the hard way.
Wait, did Silas survive?
Who said what now?
What?
Did Silas say? Is it how you say it? Say
Siri.
Siri.
Siri. Did she live?
Yeah, Siri's alive.
Yeah,
She got revived.
Look.
So I thought she was dead earlier.
Yeah, she did that.
She didn't croak.
Yeah.
She just got brought back.
Makaz had enough money to pay for Ray's debt.
Oh.
The Triton, who is actually not the character that's replacing Irvin, it's going to be the Kenku, because let's face it, I'm not losing out this character idea. He's like, okay, look, I can hook you up with someone who does know where your shield is, and just then not throw off the balance of your little party. He can work with you. But you don't bring this up to the king. I am making a big risk by coming here and looking for that damn bird.
I don't care for your reasoning as long as I get my shield back.
Fine. We'll have someone replace him in the morning.
And about that point, he probably notices Abaddon over there with the Inquisitor Regalia still on.
Yeah. Okay, look, guys, I'm gonna be honest. I really hoped that I would miss that shot. I really did not want Irvin to die off, so I almost want to retcon say they missed. Because look, I feel horrible because, I've essentially traumatized one character and got someone else killed.
I mean, technically, this is interesting because this means that I now have a tradition of losing characters to that night, which I kind of find hilarious. And
Yeah, but
you are the second bird brain to die to that night for doing something stupid, and it's hilarious.
yeah, I should have lied. I should have lied about what I rolled.
Dude, you did nothing wrong.
No,
Yes,
you
I
didn't.
did.
You played your character the way that your character is played. I don't see
That's what I
anything wrong
mean.
with that.
Yeah, like it was like even then, I played stupid characters. And they died.
You did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
In fact, what you did resulted in a cool story, and now she's alive as one of the few remaining scientists, or as a few remaining scholars who can actually avenge or / get justice for Irvin's death.
Right.
Yep.
I can see this as a good thing.
Yep.
Yeah,
There's always positives to everything. It's just a matter of looking for them.
It sounds like the rest of your party is perfectly okay with the idea, so I mean...
Yeah, it just...
I understand. It sucks that, you did get Irvin killed, and...
Yeah.
If from Irvin getting killed, the other couple of characters did get killed. But again, I offered both Jace and Siri the ability to come back. Jace was the one that chose no, so it's not... There's really nothing there that can be your fault. And I mean, Siri did come back, so she's still here.
Okay,
So,
I just... It's the personal thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's completely understandable. Don't get me wrong.
Traumatized characters.
Sorry, what did you say?
You know I love playing traumatized characters.
Yeah,
I know, but anyway, it's almost 10:30. We should probably wrap this up.
Yeah, it is late. We should at least wrap up the podcast. If we want to talk personally, we can do that after the podcast is over. But yeah, so I hope you guys did enjoy watching. If you did, and you're on YouTube, feel free to subscribe. If you're on Twitch, feel free to follow. And if you're on YouTube, feel free to come watch us next week because everybody is leveling up to level 2. And so yeah, there's everybody's level up statement. Have fun hitting level 2.
I was holding my phone and I accidentally got the disconnect.
Yay! I can finally change.
I was actually wanting to know if we were actually going to hit level 2 or not.
Yeah, yep. You will be hitting level 2. There's a couple of story elements still, but we'll just go over those at the beginning of next session, and then you'll understand what's going on and why you're hitting level 2 and what's going on after that.
Yeah.
But like I said, we'll cover that next session. So thanks for watching. And again, there is a novel version of this story or this campaign that it covers the characters Makaz, Maya, and Tamriel, which is why they're going to be prominent characters. They are going to be the DM NPCs that go with players. But yeah, I guess with that, we'll see everybody next time.
Stay classy, everyone.
I was going to say, anybody going to say anything? Alright.
And remember to vote, god dang
Have a
it.
nice day. I'll be the same.
And remember to vote.
Yeah.